All right, I am here. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. How is everybody? I'm stuck. I'm stuck in a loop. Help! Someone hit me! Ow! Doing. Sorry, I had to snap myself out of the loop. I got stuck. You want lasagna? I don't have any. Sorry. I did, but I ate it all. I don't fucking keep my lasagna for you, Saitama. Sorry. And hey, Lex J, welcome. And welcome over on YouTube. Welcome, Army Eat. Welcome, NECA. Welcome, Lost Soul. Welcome, Grim Reaper. How dare you? I will eat all the lasagna. I will eat all of it. Isn't it shocking what is happening to Mr. Beast? I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been keeping up with what's happened to Mr. Beast, because if I'm gonna be like fully honest, I never watched his stuff to begin with, so I don't keep up with the drama, cause here's the two situations. Either I hear what happens and I'm like, oh my god, that's awful, and I continue to not watch him, or I watch the drama and then I hear like, you know what, I think this is overblown, and I decide, you know what, I don't think I agree with what they're saying, and then I still continue to not watch his videos. So, like, nothing's gonna change if I see whatever drama's happening. So, I don't know what's happening with it, and I don't care enough to, like, research it or whatever. So, because I've heard some things. I've heard, like, some claims, but then I'm like, because it's Mr. Beast, his videos are fake. I already knew that! I already knew that! This isn't new! Everyone's like, oh my god, his videos are fake! I've seen 2 of his videos, and I was like, yeah, part of these are fake. Like, it's obvious. Hey, welcome, Wolf Raven. Like, it's obvious. I've seen the videos, and I'm like, this part is fake. Not all of his video is fake. I assume when he says, I'm giving this money to a charity, he gives the money to a charity. But then when I see it, I was like, yeah, that person right there, that's an actor. I can tell by the way they are acting. Or, oh, I'm gonna do this dangerous thing to these people. It's like, no, you're not. That is a fucking nightmare for production. You are not gonna do that. You're gonna cut it so it looks like you did it, but not do it. Yeah, I know they are. Okay, wait, let me see. I'm gonna hang on, because let me find the one video. Let me find Hitman. I think it's like Hitman. Is this the video? Let's see. She has so many. Like, the thumbnails don't tell me what's happening. Here we go. This is my favorite. Okay, let me change it. Wait until news drops that there is no charity. That is when I'll be like, that I'm surprised about. That I will be surprised about. If I hear that, oh, he didn't actually give the money, then I'm like, this person is actually a piece of shit. Otherwise, I'm just like, he's another content creator who will fake parts of the production. Because here is something that you need to know. Here is something that you need to know. Every type of creator that does these like live action type of things that have participants, that have things that can go wrong. Like for an example, you know, let me change the screen. Okay, so for example, let's say I know that Mr. Beast has done this type of video where he has it where like, I have this person and I built 10 different obstacles and they win $100,000 for every obstacle they go through. And they can leave at any time, but if they lose at any obstacle, hey, thank you for the resub, Melda, welcome. And if they lose at any point, they lose all of the money. I know that that's faked because most people will quit before he uses most of the stuff they built. Like, there's no way. Because if you put me in that situation, let's say I survived the first one. If you put me in that situation, I survived the first one. I'm leaving. I'm like, I got $100,000. Do you want to go on to the next one for $200,000? Nah, I'll take the $100,000 and I'll go. Thank you. Like, that would be a terrible video. And it's not necessarily like, oh, but, you know, that's just you. Everyone wouldn't do that. You're right. But if you're going to take the time to build all of that, you're going to ensure that you use most of them. You are going to ensure that. Because how much wasted time and effort would it be if you got that person and then they did that? You have to eliminate that possibility entirely. So of course parts of it are faked. The goal isn't to make it real. The goal is to make something entertaining and then, you know, donate to a charity or give to somebody who joined, you know, something like that. That's the goal. But this is my favorite one. Okay, let's see. Or the thing that I've seen. So I'll give you the background. I'll give you the background. They have allegedly locked these two people inside of a safe. Okay? One, I'm going to tell you right now, a safe in a bank does not look like this. They don't have safes that look like this. I'm like 99% sure. And then what they say they're going to do is they are going to pull, oh, well, there's that guy, or that lady, or whatever. Then they say that they are going to pull the what do you call it? The safe, the vault, out of the bank with them inside. No, they're not. That is a logistical nightmare, and you could injure somebody. They are not inside of there. They do pull out a safe. They made it. They pulled the safe out of the building. They built a safe inside of the bank that they're going to blow up. They put it in there. They recorded them in there ahead of time. And now they're pulling the set out of the bank with them no longer inside. This is just shaky cam. This is just shaking it because that is so dangerous. That is so dangerous. Yeah, it wouldn't be a safe. They're not putting all the stuff in there. It's also they say there are two of them. A bank that size likely does not have two of them. They said, haha, you went to the wrong one. There are two. We gotcha. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's like all that he's going for is for entertainment value. Now, I don't know what he's been accused of. I have no idea because I don't watch his videos, so it doesn't matter to me. I don't watch any of that. But and then if that wasn't enough, then they supposedly put it on a truck and then drive it on the highway.
Literally everything.
They definitely drive the safe on the highway, but there are no people inside of it. There's no seatbelts in there. That is super dangerous. So of course it's fake. It's like what, the people who are surprised by it being fake. I'm like, were you paying attention? Like, were you paying attention? Because of course it's fake. So, nah, the allegations is the prizes went to Mr. Beast's employees. That I will need to see actual evidence on. But again, I actually don't really care. Like, if it comes out it did, I'll be like, my day is gonna go exactly the same. I didn't watch his videos ahead of time, and I won't watch them there. Aw, thank you, Wolf. Thank you, Wolf. Thank you so much. I think did you get a shout out? If not, mods, can we get a shout out for Wolf Raven? The shelf not moving is physics. Not doing it is a bunch of lazy. Yeah, it's obvious that he does it for entertainment. That's the point of it. So this news that like he faked the videos, I was like, yeah. No, the whole video is not going to be us debunking Mr. Beast videos. I was just starting out like that, okay? Because someone brought it up, okay? We start here. So we're not going to be doing that because I'm not going to... I'm not going through all his videos. That's annoying. What I am going to show you is I'm going to show you a Chad picture of Barney. Look at this. Why don't we go back to this Barney? Look at him. This Barney has been on a non-stop mewing streak. And look at those eyes. Those are some suggestive eyes. Look at that. He's constantly mewing. He's got the jawline of a Chad. And the current one, he's a round, flabby guy. Dude, new one did not mew. Old Barney was on a mewing streak and he fucked. He played around. Okay? Everyone's talking about the Mr. Beast drama. I'm talking about the atrocity of what they did to Barney back in the day. They could have kept this Chad design. Nah, they got rid of that for the chunky round design. I'm upset. I'm upset. It's so bad. So good. I wish they kept this one. Like, who... Can you imagine this Barney with the furry community right now? Oh, Xander, thank you for the resub. Thank you so much for 12 months. Wow, already. Wow. But can you imagine if this Barney was around today? Can you imagine the furry community and how they would just... Oh my god, imagine the art. Imagine the art of this Barney. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh my. Like, which one do you prefer? Don't you bonk me for telling the truth. Like, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer that one or you prefer this one? I prefer the Chad Barney. Like, look at that. Then, now, got Chad design, fucking beta design. The Sigma Barney or the beta Barney. I prefer the Barney with the shotgun. What the fuck is this one? Now, this is just a terrible Barney. I don't like this Barney. Yeah, I didn't realize how thick Barney was either. Oh my god. Okay, now you're not even trying, dude. You're not even trying. Welcome, Black Wolf. Don't look up Barney in the furry community. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up off screen. And yes, we're gonna watch the AK-50 video that came out. We're watching that. Let me see. Let me see. I'm looking it up on a separate screen. You can't see it. Weirdly enough, I searched Barney furry community and it did not prompt me to like hide explicit images. So that's interesting. I do see Barney in a wedding dress. That Barney has abs. Okay. That's some AI generated Barney by the looks of it. Okay. Didn't know that was happening. That Barney is also AI and he has a gun in New York City. Oh my god. Dude, what the hell? What the fuck? What is this? Look at this Barney. He's a menace. He's a menace. Oh my goodness. This is a menace right here. Furry Barney. And that's just an Anjanath. That's just an Anjanath. I posted a video. Thank you, Leith. Thank you, thank you. Oh my god. Barney and Susie and Deltarune? Wait. Barney? What do you mean Deltarune? Like, isn't that Undertale? Like Deltarune Barney? What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god, Dad! Oh my god. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright. Alright, we've been going for about 15 or 20 so minutes. Okay, we started with Mr. Beast and we started with Barney. But alright. Alright. I couldn't tell if he had short fingers or terrible trigger discipline. Barney? I think Barney doesn't have good fingers. I don't think he evolved for trigger use, if I'm going to be honest. Who remembers Godzilla from 1998? What is Godzilla 1998? What is Godzilla 1998? Oh, it's that one. Oh, yeah. You want to hear a hot take about this Godzilla? You want to hear a hot take? Hey, welcome, Glitch. Welcome back. You want to hear a hot take about this Godzilla right here? If it was not titled Godzilla, it would have been a better movie. The fact that this is supposed to be like America's version of Godzilla made it bad. If it was, it still wouldn't have been like a good movie. It wouldn't have been like, oh my God, it's a hidden gem of a masterpiece. No, it wouldn't have been that. But it would have been better if it's just like, oh no, this is an original monster for America. It's not Godzilla. We're not calling it Godzilla. It's a radioactive, gigantic raptor monster from the ocean. I don't know. They have to give it some backstory. But it would have been better if it just wasn't Godzilla. The fact that you look at this and you're like, this is inferior compared to the Godzilla that they had before and after, that makes it bad. That makes it bad. I like the sequel where actual Godzilla throws Godzilla 1998 into a building. Can I show that? Will that get me in trouble? I don't want to get copywritten because I'm on YouTube, but that is a thing. 1988 versus Godzilla. Let's just see. Let me see if I can find the video. Oh, oh, dang it. I can't find it. Oh, is this it? Okay. Quick. Wait, this isn't real. Fuck, that's not the real thing. Well, it's out there somewhere, but there is a video of the 1998 Godzilla fighting like current-ish Godzilla and just getting absolutely bodied. Absolutely bodied. He's now known as Raptor? Oh. I mean, he looks like a raptor. Did you know that the Godzilla 1998 got a cartoon? He got his own cartoon where he fought his own kaiju and everything. I didn't watch that show. I didn't watch that cartoon, but probably was pretty banger if I'm going to be honest. It's not the same Godzilla because that one died. It's like the one that survived at the end. Please tell me this is a lie. No, this was real. This was absolutely real. They made a cartoon back in the early 2000s of at the end of the Godzilla movie, one of the eggs survives, and this is it. It grows up, and then the kids raise it, and they fight other kaiju. It wasn't bad. Yeah, the cartoon was better than the movie, but I mean, usually animations has an easier time of being better, I would say. It's not that it's just automatically better, but it makes it a lot more likely for it to be better. Favorite Godzilla movie? I like the first Godzilla movie for the Monsterverse. What? Godzilla Monsterverse. What was that first one? What was it called? What was it just called? Godzilla? Yeah, it's just called, yeah, this one. I just like the Godzilla movie. Godzilla 2014. I like this one. Minus one was also really good when I saw it. But I like the first one just because it didn't show off Godzilla too much, you know? It didn't show him off too much to the point where when you finally got to see him, it was just spectacular. I will say, though, they teased it too much. There were too many moments of like, oh my God, it's Godzilla, cut to black. It's like, what the fuck? You shouldn't have teased us like that, you know? That is one critique I'll give it. But I really like the first one. The future movies of that Godzilla got more and more campy. And I liked it more when it was a little bit more grounded. Quote unquote. It's grounded as a giant lizard with radioactive powers can be, you know? Powers as it can be. Look up Liza Final Wars. All right. Reminds me of Jackie Chan anime series. I love the Jackie Chan animated series. I watched all that stuff. That's when they had, what do they do? They had the different zodiac sign pendant things, and then they had some other stuff going around. I can't remember the different plot points, but it was really good. It's really good. Zilla Final Wars. What the hell? Oh, is this it? Here we go.
Godzilla, huh?
Boom! Ah! And it's fucking dead. There you go. That's what Japan had to say about that Godzilla. The talismans. That's what it was. Chinese zodiac sign, then Japanese Oni from Jackie Chan. Oh. That is so 2000s. Yeah. I couldn't show all of it because I'm worried about copyright. All right, welcome, Texan Bull. Welcome. All right, I think we have shit about long enough. What do y'all say we watch this? Huh? Hey, welcome, Minty. Welcome, Minty. Can I get a shout out for Minty, please? All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, we talked about the Godzillas, and we talked about the Mr. Beast. We talked about Barney the dinosaur. We hit the three main food groups: the Mr. Beast, Barney, and Godzilla. You know, the topics that every streamer talks about in the first 20 minutes of their stream. We hit those points. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. Time to move on. All right. Okay, let me... I feel like he's wearing a corsage. Also, before we begin, I have a question for you. What is it? The answer is only sometimes if it's with the penguin. That's the answer to your question. Now let's see if that answer actually works. What is your question? Because I'll pause. I'm pausing. I'm going to fucking drink my drink while I wait. That was tart. That drink was out for how long? Damn, you freak fuck. Dude, I am a freaky fuck. Dude. Do y'all go to sleep with your socks on? Like, that's freaky. I never do that. I will fall asleep with my jeans still on. I'll fall asleep with my shirt from, like, being outside still on. But the one thing I always take off is my socks. Anyone who goes to sleep with socks on, unless it is really cold. Like, if it's super cold and your heater is not working, then I'm like, okay, I get it. But if it's not, what is wrong with you? Although they do say that you reach climax better, or your orgasms feel better in sex if you keep your socks on. So if you're getting down and dirty with your partner and you both keep your socks on, you know, that you might have a better experience, you know? That's just one I heard, okay? There might be another study that says that that's not true anymore. I don't know. Science. Sometimes those types of studies just are fucking flying by the seat of their pants. Because, like, I fully believe in science and the scientific method, but sometimes some studies are just so rushed that they're just made to fucking cash in on shit. You know, they're like, did you know that actually having one thing of chocolate every day before bed can increase your heart health? Did you know that a glass of wine every night increases your liver functions? Did you know that if you jerk off in a Wendy's parking lot every day before midnight, you'll have better luck the next morning? Stuff like that, you know? That's what they do. It's just like, no, that's probably not true, but, you know, you go off. Bro, what did I come in here during? I talk about random shit. It happens. It's like those studies that say literally everything gives you cancer. I mean, it probably does. I mean, literally everything can give you cancer because the human body is designed to create the thing that causes cancer. But all it takes is for your body to, like, just have a slight mutation, just have a slight little mishap in cell division, and boom, now you got cancer. Because the function of cancer is like normal, or like not normal, but it's like, oh, fuck. The cancer's not normal. Let me rephrase that. The thing that happens with cancer is that the part of your body that tells your body to kill certain cells just gets deactivated in like a certain cell. It's like, oh, shoot, one cell mutated, and now that thing is turned off, and then it divides and divides and divides and divides, and then boom. Now you have a bunch of cells that shouldn't have been surviving for so long. So yeah. Hey, welcome, Rock. Welcome, rock and roll. Welcome. So, like, it's just an unfortunate situation. It's like, boom. Speaking of cancer, did you react to the nuke vid from TFE? I don't think so. Hey, welcome, Void. Welcome. Okay, we're gonna start now. We're gonna start right now. Okay, let me do the intro. Welcome back, YouTube. Today we're going to be watching another Brandon Herrera video. He just published this, and it is the finished AK-50. And I was fully engrossed in the last video he had of the AK-50, so you know we have to watch this. And before we start, Twitch chat and YouTube, do you have anything you want to say to future YouTube viewers? Anything you want to say? Get it out. All right. Then without further ado, let's get into it. All right, now first, let's check the volume. We always got to check this volume.
Hi there. My name is Brandon Herrera.
That's a little loud.
This is my gun. The AK-50. It's been a long road making this baby come to life. But a couple months ago, after years of hard work and trial and error, we finally...
All right, here we go.
My name is...
Reality is an illusion. Yeah, you're all living in my fucking illusion. Why is Weedly not working? I'm so sorry, Kaz. I don't know why Weedly's not working. I don't know why Weedly... Oh, wait. We almost forgot. I almost forgot. You almost got me. Shut up, Gibby. No, not that. Fucking monetization. No, not monetization. Viewer rewards. There we go. And then just disable it. There we go. All right. All right, you got your alerts set. You got your alerts. Really? They added the AK-50 as a skin in COD now? That's fucking dope. All right. Now, let's begin.
Hi there. My name is Brandon Herrera, and this is my gun. The AK-50. It's been a long road making this baby come to life. But a couple months ago, after years
Why is it like that was blood?
Trial and error, we finally got the latest version fully finished. Or at least at the time, what felt like fully finished. We still hadn't done little things like paint it or anything, so it still kind of looked like a garage-built prototype. If you haven't seen that video yet, which statistically about 5 million of you have, which is more views than we have subscribers, and you can help change that. But the video was
already
kind of
subscribed.
dramatic. You know, we went really high effort on things like the Deadpool-esque intro and things. It was my love letter to this project, having worked on it so long. But now I wanted to...
Okay, I just want to quickly say, I love that he did that because there are so many YouTubers out there that they get popular, they get a lot of views and everything, and then they kind of just do the same thing. They're just in the motions of like, yeah, I've got a formula, I'm gonna follow it, I'll make this video and I'll do that. I love it when a creator on YouTube will take the time to go, no, I want to do something different. I want to do something I haven't done before, do something special for this type of video. I want to put even more passion into it, because that's when you know that they actually really care about what they're doing. They show of like, yeah, no, it's their job, but they also want to make something unique. They want to make something good. And I can appreciate that they spent the time to do that. Okay, not every YouTuber will do that. They'll get to that point of like, you know, I know what I'm doing. Do the same type of thing. I don't need to do anything like creative or anything. Just, okay, let the smaller channels figure out what is popular or what is new that people would like. And then once they figure that out, I'll start doing it too. I was like, nah, this guy, he's like, I'm just going to put my passion into it right now. Love it.
Down, especially now that we've got it all nice, painted, and pretty. I want to sit down and talk about some of the things that we changed, some of the things we've changed since that video. And of course, we're going to shoot it at some really fun stuff. Maybe even a cameo from our friends at Ballistic High Speed. Yeah, as a treat. But first, you haven't even seen the painted version of this thing fire. Bet you'd like to do that.
Exactly, you can't rush art.
What you want. You want to see the 50 fire.
Don't you, Squidward.
Am I the only person, though, that when I look at Brandon Herrera when he's wearing these sunglasses, I was like, there's one of these days he's going to put a weird thing in the background behind the cameraman. He's going to have like the T-Rex from Kentucky Ballistics back there. And it's just going to run across behind him and it's going to be in the reflection of his sunglasses. And it's like a blink and you'll miss it moment. I constantly look at the sunglasses like where something's going to happen. I'm always surprised it's not as loud as I expect.
Okay. Now that I got that on my system, for now, let's go ahead and talk about the gun. And no, I'm not just talking about, well... It's black! Yeah, we painted it, but there is something else I think is really cool that we didn't get to talk about because we hadn't done it yet when we did our AK-50 video. Now, when we had the ballistic high-speed guys come down for that video, they did some awesome high-speed shots of the AK-50 firing. But there was something that a lot of people noticed, and it was something that we all noticed right off the bat as soon as we saw the video. The AK-50 barrel...
I'm gonna let me see. I'm gonna see if I can figure it. Is it that I don't know, the way that the cartridge is ejected makes it more likely to jam in some instance? That's the only thing I can guess from the video that he just showed. So it's something about the cartridge ejecting. Something like that. There's no safety on that gun? Oh, well, that's important. If there's no safety on there, dude, you gotta put a safety on it. Always gotta put a safety on it.
Barrel whipped like a motherfucker. A lot of people ran into the comments saying, hey, I don't know if you noticed. Oh, trust me, we fucking noticed. And we knew what did it pretty much immediately. So pretty much any weapon, especially like an AK,
okay, the
is gonna have a
wobble.
little bit of barrel whip. It's perfectly normal. Does it hurt the gun? No, it does not hurt the gun. As long as it holds 0, not really an issue. But it does look pretty violent, and to be honest, it's pretty unnecessary. As to what caused it, a muzzle brake. This is the muzzle brake that was on the AK-50 when you saw it in the big video. This is a beefier, bigger, well, 50 cal sized version of the AK muzzle brake, a great brake in my opinion, the JMac RRD 4C. This is an awesome brake for recoil reduction, and it also works as a compensator. The way that it does this, the way that it stops muzzle rise is you see these vents here on the side of the brake itself.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually cut away larger on the top than they are the bottom. And so the point of that is to vent more gas. While it's venting gas out the sides, it's venting more gas out the top than it is through the bottom, meaning that it's going to be not only creating a brake that, you know, stops recoil, backward recoil, but it also pushes gas up, pushing the muzzle down. So when you normally have that muzzle climb, it helps keep the muzzle down. We didn't really think about it that much, and we just included it feature for feature, including those cutaway top vents. Not quite as dramatic as on the RRD4C, but we still put them there. What we didn't realize is that this really doesn't need a whole lot of upward compensation. It's mostly rearward recoil. In fact, if you could see the videos of me in that video walking and firing it from the hip, you can very clearly see every time I fire the gun,
God, that's so
the compensator is
badass.
working too well, and it pushes the gun down dramatically. That's exactly what it was doing to the barrel.
Wait, play that again?
Crazy barrel whip.
I didn't notice that.
Is the gun down dramatically. That's exactly the compensator is working too well.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, no, you don't think of guns pushing down when you shoot. You're like, they go up, they go up, they go up. That makes sense. Okay, interesting. Hopefully he explains like why that is, why it's so effective.
Well, and it pushes the gun down dramatically. That's exactly what it was doing to the barrel, causing that crazy barrel whip. If the science behind this sort of thing interests you and you'd like to get your start in gunsmithing and weapons technology, you can always check out sdi.edu using the links down in the description and in the pinned comment. But now we have a new muzzle brake, one that does not have those cutaways at the top and is working a hell of a lot better. But the real question is, does it still cause that massive barrel whip? But to answer that question, we would need to break out the high speed. Ballistic high speed. I'm gonna stop doing that bit one day. That's right, our friends at Ballistic High Speed came down again to help us out with the Trump assassination attempt recreation video that we did here recently. And while we had them down, not to let their talents go to waste, we also did a couple of shots.
People are still saying that he didn't actually get hit by a bullet. I mean, even correct me if I'm wrong, because I like to stay informed. But didn't even the FBI say that a bullet or bullet fragment, because they can't know for certain if the whole bullet hit him, because maybe it did break up it or something, but they're like, a part of a bullet hit him. Like they're like, yes, a part of a bullet did hit him. So it's like, that is like, the FBI has done that, because the FBI looked into it, 'cause they're like, maybe it wasn't, maybe it was glass or something. They did their job, and they were like, nope, okay, we concluded it was a bullet or bullet fragment, because obviously the bullet is in pieces now. So you're like, well, we don't know if it was the whole bullet or fragments or something like that. So yeah, except there's no medical reports. That I find is very weird. My theory on that, although I don't think it really matters, because if we know for a fact he was shot at, That's literally that's the most important thing, right? Is that someone shot at someone running for president, right? So, hey, welcome, Schlatt. It's Big Man Schlatt. Welcome. The most important thing is he was shot at, right? So, like, that's it. What I think is that the injury was literally the bullet grazed him, and that led to, you know, the cut, a lot of blood. You know, if you get a small cut up there, sometimes a lot of blood can come out, and he just doesn't want the medical report to be as like, it was only a small graze. He wants people to be like, oh no, it went right through my ear. Terribly bad. It's like, nah, probably just grazed it, caused a lot of bleeding, healed up pretty quickly, and that was that. And then he put on a big spectacle by putting the pad on his ear. But most important thing was he definitely got shot at. So, like, even if it missed, I'm like, he still got shot at. So, yeah. Yeah. So that's what I think. But I think the FBI is like, no, he did get hit by a bullet. To what severity? The medical record's not out to say it, but he was definitely shot at. So, yeah.
With the AK-50 in high speed. So take a look at it and tell me what you think of the new brake.
That's beauty. I love little explosions.
Now let's compare the two of them together here. As you can see, changing pretty much no other factor, just in changing that muzzle brake and removing those cuts from the top, our barrel width is dramatically reduced. So in the words of a great scholar, great success.
But real quick, this video was made possible by our friends over
Schlatt, maybe, but not right now.
It's a tactical subscription box where you can get cool stuff like grips, tourniquets, oddly fitting while talking about an experimental 50 cal, big ass knives, rangefinders, which have been in the news lately for redacted, sweet merch,
wait, what?
and more.
Wait, why?
New subscribers can use the code AKGuy. Redacted, cal, big ass knives, rangefinders, which have been in the news lately for redacted.
Wait, what? Wait, why were they in the news? Wait, what? Wait, huh? What? I'm trying to think. What? I didn't know that rangefinders were in that. Why were they in the news? Huh? What happened? What did rangefinders do?
Sweet merch and more. And new subscribers can use the code
because
AKGuy,
redacted.
which gets you a free EDC kit valued at $65 with your first tac pack. So if you use the code AKGuy, the total value of your tac pack plus will be $325.
Oh, the
so
shooter was walking around with a rangefinder and got stopped while he was using one an hour before he took the shot. Oh,
we really need to get a sponsor for this. So it doesn't take a ballistician. Is that the word for that? Ballistician? Balls.
Balls.
The balls do have a stitch in them.
Yeah, who put that there? It doesn't take a ballistically minded individual to know that a 50 BMG will pass through a White Claw. So we just put a little pyramid of 5 here, just again, showing power of 50 BMG, and because, well...
All right, Night Rock, thank you for coming by. We're doing Batman tomorrow.
So let's see, who's calling me? So I know this is zeroed pretty decent for like 50 to 100, but let's see if it's zeroed for like 15 feet. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God. They're gone. It just disappeared. They're destroyed.
I always forget how cool that is. That was that is just neat.
Ay, Dios mío.
Get out here. People ask me, oh, don't you think the White Claw bit's getting a little tired? I never fucking get tired of it. I just love the concussive force because there's no way that all of these even got hit. They just got smashed. Oh, geez, just look at that. Look at how twisted that aluminum is just from the pressure. Just shredded. This is not one that even got a bullet. It's
really?
Just the energy of the first one. Actually, this is a great bit. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna show it. People always have this fucking thing. They're like, oh, if a 50 cal passes this close to you, oh, it's gonna blow your head apart, blah, blah, blah. A lot of the same ballistic experts that think that, you know, Trump wasn't hit by a bullet because if it grazed his ear, it would have blown his head off because it's a fucking dangerous assault rifle. That's
just
and everybody
stupid.
quotes that video where the guy shot next to a deer and killed
Oh, no,
it.
not tomorrow.
Like,
Batman is next stream. Sorry,
think
Batman is
they're
next
just
stream.
bad at math, but that's not
Saturday.
how bullets work, and I'm really tired of hearing it. Can you tell I've been putting a lot of thought into this recently? You saw what the energy effect on a target was from White Claws that were behind one that was already impacted. So it was blowing out and expanding, and it was just a lot of violent shit happening really quick. I'm gonna sail around in between these two cans, and we're gonna see my prediction. You know, I'm no ballistician, but my prediction is jack fucking shit happens. So just—
Nah, they're gonna pass through, it's gonna ripple at the speed of sound and just destroy the sound barrier, get near light speed, and it's going to cause such a massive ejection of energy between those 2 points that those White Claws will go back in time. That's my prediction. Like, I mean, guns can destroy reality, if I'm not mistaken. From the armchair experts on Reddit and Twitter, if they're to be believed, we're going to see them break the laws of physics in just a few seconds.
to prove that it's going in between the two, I'm gonna put this one behind it. Behind, in front. So clearly, if this has a crazy shockwave, it's gonna blow these two apart, right? Making retards on Twitter shut up. 3, 2, 1. Crazy, wow.
That one fell over.
So the White Claw cans I shot between are completely fine. They're intact, fully, I mean, nothing fucking happened to them. There's not even a mark on the side of the can.
It went too fast. It was so fast and so devastating that it didn't injure them.
When this claw can got exploded, the piece of it flew forward and knocked that one over, but that's about it. Look, the 50 cal is obscenely powerful, but if it had enough force behind it to impart lethal force on everything around it, the air, everything, for the entire duration of its 3-mile flight time, it would probably stop dead in its tracks after like fucking 18 feet. I don't know, there's a math equation for this somewhere. It's cool. Hopefully we learned something today.
You know that the US military would kill for a weapon that is like, oh yeah, even if you miss, it just destroys them. Like a handheld weapon that, boom, shoot. It's like, ah, oh, you missed your mark, doesn't matter. It explodes their head. Someone that's good at math needs to figure out what speed would a bullet need to do to where if you like just miss the head, it would cause enough damage that they would like explode. I feel like that would cause a lot more problems. You mean a grenade launcher? That's an explosion. It's more like, you know, the bullet of like you could go full auto, like, and it's like the bullet missed, but it still causes their chest to just rip open. Like that. Like that. That's what I'm thinking. Not like a explosion where you gotta hit the ground or everything. More like you could, like if a grenade launcher, you could shoot it and it misses the guy, but then it still didn't even hit the ground yet and the guy's dead. Like that.
If I hear this myth regurgitated one more fucking time, I'm gonna stand next to a 50. Another cool element that was added to the AK-50 that I really, really did want to talk to you guys about is this little ring right here.
Cock ring.
Behind the muzzle brake. So there's a lot of things about the AK-50 that make it an AK, not just the name. It's a long stroke, gas-operated, rotating bolt rifle. The bolt and carrier are identical to AK, except the piston actually pivots, which is a PKM thing, also designed by Mikhail Kalashnikov. Basically just a big belt-fed AK. The riveted front trunnion that contains the lockup system, the rear trunnion, the fact that this takes an AK, a standard AK pistol grip, a standard AK fire control group, trigger, hammer, disconnect, all that. Behold, an AK. What we did is we just scaled everything up appropriately to be able to, again, fire 50 BMG out of Barrett mags, which was the whole goal from day one, and I think I'm actually very proud of the way this turned out. But I will never turn down the opportunity to make it a little bit more AK, and that's exactly what we did up front here. So what we added was a muzzle detent, which is exactly what AKs have on their front sight blocks. So I push this in, and I can now rotate and take off the muzzle brake. And so that is a little detent that pushes in.
Oh, that's a little cool little thing.
Just like on your standard AK. Although this isn't really an AK. What this is
Why does it got a tag?
An IO AK. If you're not familiar with that is, this is notoriously the worst brand of AK that's ever been made. Although a lot—
Okay, does anyone else feel like when you're looking at a gun that doesn't have the magazine? I said that right now. I don't want anyone yelling at me. It's like, it's the magazine, not the clip. But you know, the magazine that you load into a gun. When you don't see it, it's the equivalent of seeing your dog without the collar on. It's like, oh, you're naked. That's a naked gun. That gun is not fully clothed. It's like when you have a dog, it's already naked, but you take off the collar, suddenly it's a whole different thing. It's like, oh my god, you're so different just with that one little thing. But when I see like this without the magazine, I'm like, oh, that gun's naked. That's a naked gun. Censor that. Blur that out.
A lot of people are really vying for that spot.
It's a clipazine. Like I saw a picture of that. Someone made a clipazine.
Was, trying to get an American-made, made in the USA, but they didn't respect the platform. They just thought you could throw it together, cast trunnions, and just shitty quality control. I mean, just even this is just fucking garbage. Spun rivets, use the barrel as a bucking bar. I can go on and on. This is just trust me when I say garbage tier firearm. And somebody actually gave this to us, to the channel, on the condition that we do one thing in particular with it.
Shoot it.
Feed it to the AK-50.
Oh.
But I figured, why waste just a standard 50 cal round on it when we can go a little bit bigger? We can hit it with something with a little bit more oomph. Like, I don't know, Mark 211 Raufoss. If you want to take out a vehicle, you use 50 cal. If you want to take out an armored vehicle,
that is a huge
Explaining
bullet.
this video to my 16-year-old self is literally fucking impossible. Shooting an AK with the AK-50 in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck.
It's gone.
All right,
hey, welcome, Knox. You haven't missed much.
Certainly was not that.
Watching the AK-50.
I would say good effect on target.
Oh my god, that explosion. Where did that water come from? Wait, what? Where? It's leaking. It's peeing. It pissed itself. What? Wait. Go back.
But it certainly was not that. I would say good effect on target.
Where does this liquid come from? What? What? AKs can bleed, clearly. It had blood.
Like in the bolt carrier? And I didn't expect it to blow the fucking handguard to pieces. Holy shit.
Oh, what? But that's a lot of oil. Was that much oil in a gun? Because I know you need... Like, I know that there's going to be oil to, like, lube up different parts of the gun when putting it together and everything. Make sure things, smoothly move and everything. But was that really? Oh, it was from the White Claw from the table? Oh, that makes more sense. Okay. I like the idea that the AK pissed itself. That's my reality, and I choose to believe that.
Raufoss does not fuck around. Holy fuck. Only marginally more dangerous than shooting an IO. The bolt is still locked in the trunnion. Ironically, this is the exact way that they blow up with that fucking locking lug flying off the gun. Sent jets of copper all into the the cam groove as well. Ironically, the bolt carrier is pretty okay. The crazy part is it fucking blew the gun in half.
I forgot the rock was there. I thought it materialized
it. Here we go. Got our recoil spring assembly. It's a little twisted.
Nah, it's fine.
Say this gun is never going to be a danger ever again.
I could beat someone to death with that.
User, of course. Well, if that's what you mean by taking dangerous guns off the street, then you probably belong here on the channel. You should consider subscribing. I love you. But anyway, this is the AK-50. I think she looks fucking great with the new coat of paint. I like the new additions to the gun. Also, the carry handle really makes this a lot easier to lug around. I see why Barrett added it. Very, very easy quality of life improvement. As you can see, there's still a lot of cool shit we can do with the AK-50, some gnarly shit we can shoot it at, and some gnarly shit we can shoot out of it. I had an idea that involved a certain Kentuckian and maybe testing this thing out with some slap rounds. But if you'd like to see stuff like that, be sure you're subscribed to the channel. And if you have recommendations, things that you'd like to see us shoot with the AK-50, or like I said, shoot out of it, or maybe a combination of both, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. We do read comments. It's probably not good for mental health, but we do like to hear what you guys...
I'm going to say I read comments too. I completely agree. Sometimes reading the comments is not good for your mental health. Usually, this is my experience from when I release a video on any of my channels. When I release a video, the initial comments are always nice. It's like really good. And then give it a day or two, and then you'll start getting the comments that are like assholes. That are like, I spent time watching something I didn't enjoy, and then I spent time typing out something that I didn't enjoy just to be mean instead of just clicking off. It's like, ooh. That's when it gets bad. So I completely agree with that.
Guys think of the videos and what you'd like to see going forward. Thank you so much for staying all the way to the end, and I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video.
They should add a safety to that.
Hi there, my name is Brandon Herrera, and this is my gun. If I could find the charging handle, that'd be great. Oops.
No, don't play this! Cancel. Woo. Barney! There he is, Barney the dinosaur. All right. Well, that was cool. That was cool. So, you know, when am I going to be able to buy like an AK-50? That would be one heck of a fundraiser idea. Like whenever, if he is trying to raise money for like another campaign that he tries to run, or for like a charity or something, he could sell the original AK-50. Although I don't think he'd ever do that. Like, he'd have to make more of them. There's no way he would, though. Oh man, imagine how much someone would be willing to spend on that. Although, wouldn't that be illegal? Wait, I don't remember. I'm not a gun salesman, so I don't know what the laws are around that. But assuming you could, man, can you imagine? Can you imagine? All right, but people in the future that are watching this, thank you for watching. And if you enjoyed it, maybe consider subscribing and liking, coming by the Discord, coming by the live stream. We also play video games on some of our streams. And, you know, like and comment and let me know of any other video or channel recommendations down below. But until next time, stay awesome, y'all. Okay, we're still here. We're still here. I think you could partner with Mark Subaru. The one-shot 50 BMG was designed by another guy. Oh. Well, he has a license. He's a licensed firearm dealer. Okay, then he should be able to do it. As long as it's semi-auto, you should be fine, I would think. Yeah, I just don't know the laws of all this stuff, so like I'm not gonna act like I know what I'm talking about on that, because if anything involving guns, I always like research it ahead of time. Because there was a time where my dad, but when I was about to like move states, there was a time where it's like my dad was like, "Hey, I want you, like, you're moving out. How about you take one of my guns, one of the guns." It was like really one of my grandfather's guns, and my uncle was there with me, who knows guns better than any of us. My dad doesn't know anything about guns, really. I know some things, and then my uncle is, like, out of all of us, the expert. And I was like, I don't think I can, like, just take that with me. You can't just give it to me, and then tomorrow when I'm leaving, just drive with that gun in my car across state lines. And my uncle was like, no, you can't. You're right. And I was like, oh. It's like, I knew it. I knew it. My dad almost made me cause a felony or something like that. It's almost real bad. It's almost real fucking bad. Ooh. All right. Stretch. All right, let me see, because I have not watched a lot of Brandon Herrera's video recently. You know, let's find another gun meme. Let's do another gun meme one. Let's find, wait. Oh, no, okay. Let's see. Where are the cursed gun images? Let's see. Shush. Did we watch this one? Okay, I don't think I recognize this. What the fuck? I don't recognize this. Yeah, I do not recognize this. Okay, so I don't spoil myself. All right, gun laws vary from state to state. You get into serious shit if you have a gun in your car. Yeah, you don't want to be in that situation. All right, okay. All right, we'll do this one, and then I will see what's also in the Discord. But, so, here we go. Welcome back, YouTube. Today we're going to be watching another Brandon Herrera video. This time we're doing some more cursed gun images. And I know it's a black screen right now, but let's get into it. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right. Oh, no, he's dead! Oh, no, he's fine. He was just taking a nap. He's fine. Ah, he's just drunk.
God. Oh, what the fuck happened? Oh, God.
Man, getting drunk around that many firearms? Bold.
Don't curse gun images. What the fuck is that?
What the
What?
I
Is
don't
that
remember.
donut operator? Okay, really? Okay. He again looks like donut operator looks like a walrus. Okay, the way he has his neck like that and the mustache, donut operator again looks like a walrus. Okay, he's a handsome man, but sometimes when you just stop his head movement in the right action, when he had that mustache, just like that's a walrus.
I don't remember recording this. Well, I guess it's time to film another cursed gun images.
The production value, I love it.
Fuck.
I love it. I love the production value he
What is up,
does.
you sexy YouTube mother lovers, and welcome back to
Like other YouTubers like myself who doesn't put too much into the openings because I just don't have the time or anything. I put it into my other channel. But for other channels, they would just be like, "Hey guys, we're gonna be doing some memes," and then they go to the memes and then they laugh, and they go to the next meme, then they laugh, and they go to the next meme, and then they laugh. But no, he's gonna put a whole cool intro in the start of it. Good for him. Good for him. Like I'm eating my own words. I didn't put in much intro stuff into the intro. Now did I? But he's on a whole nother level. I'm not like him.
another episode
He's
of
way
Cursed
better.
Gun Images. I'm your host, Brandon Herrera, and this is the segment where you guys have sent me cursed guns that you found all over the internet. Cursed guns, being guns that are just designed super wacky, have been bubbed to high hell.
What is
or
bubbed?
Just all around real fucked up. You guys have sent in your submissions.
Hey, Travis,
I found
we're
a few of
English.
My own, so, as Gen Z says, let's fucking go. First up, what happens when you have a band practice at 3 but a shooting match at 5?
Huh?
You get this big iron. Or big woodwind. Also known as the, and I'm proud of this one, Rudy Tooty Flutie Shooty.
Oh my
I actually have no
god.
idea what the fuck this is. Yeah, I mean, it clearly
I love
doesn't
it, though.
look like a functional firearm of any kind. I'd assume not a functional flute either, but who knows? The only thing that
That's a legendary weapon that can be used by the Bard class and the Bard class only. Oh, you're just a bard. What are you gonna do? Hit me with your loot? Yippee-ki-yay, Mother Hubbard. Bing, bing. And then it just makes musical notes. It doesn't shoot bullets. It shoots musical notes. He has to shoot it in a specific way to make the music go. And if he messes up a note, it does less damage. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. Where do you put your mouth on that thing? You don't want to know. You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
I know it is kind of neat. But moving on. Up next,
Whoa!
Yo Dog, I heard you like optics.
What the
Also
fuck?
known as every cursed Tarkov build I've ever seen. But seriously, count the scopes and lasers he's got on this thing. Seeing the target is not a problem for this man. In fact, this motherfucker could probably see into the future.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? I think there's like wait, that's not a scope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9? There's a lot. there's a lot going on right there. I love it. I love it. This reminds me of that one image that you know everybody has probably seen, where someone takes a bunch of camera equipment and then they lay it out in a way that it looks like a gun, and they were like, "Wow, look at the stuff that you could get on a flight nowadays." And it's literally just camera equipment in the shape of a gun. And then there will be people who take the bait and go like, "Oh my god, what is this country coming to? You shouldn't be allowed to have that. That you shouldn't be allowed to have that." It's like, it's a camera, my guy. It's a camera. That's not a gun. It's just in the shape of it.
My favorite part is what appears to be the reflection.
Oh, Bubba,
of a
firearm is to
trailer
permanently
in
ruin
one of those
a historical
He
firearm.
probably had to sell his house for all of that expensive ass hardware. But in all seriousness, I'm sure it's not a serious photo. Just a cool picture. Well done. And if it is serious, touch grass. Now up next, we actually have a first for Cursed Gun Images. We have our first viewer-submitted audition for a cursed gun. And by viewer, I'm of course referring to, specifically, the talking balaclava himself, illustrated results. He has his very own cursed high point that he would like to show off, but first
I like the
need to change
colors.
my t-shirt. Before we go any further, I need to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Mobile Legends Adventure.
Oh
Mobile
my
Legends
God.
Adventure, or MLA, is the best and most relaxing idle.
MLA,
No
multi-level
grinding,
marketing.
just
It sounds
log
like
on, play for as
MLM.
little as 10 minutes a day. You can upgrade your weapons using the idle rewards that your heroes collect for you.
Man, I love playing a game that plays itself, don't you, chat?
Events, MLA has kept me busy for days. Playing the main storyline, I've been in dungeons.
He's never played it.
And even played against a few of my friends.
There's no way he's played that game.
100 heroes, each with special skills and moves. Fight until you reach the top with your strongest team. Mobile Legends
Damn, that boob jiggle though.
Annual event called the New Era that brings many fun updates, including the Golden Wishes event, which is perfect for new players because you can complete a series of tasks to unlock a high-level hero of your choice that will help you demolish.
Those are the best
There's also
H
the
games.
Garage event, which will include the release of a
Those are the only idle games I understand why people would play. I don't play them myself, but it makes more sense than these other idle games because there's a reason you don't want your hands preoccupied in an H idle game. You want the game to play itself because your hands are doing something else, and that is flipping to the next page of the Holy Bible. Because what else would you be doing? Your hands are meant to flip through the scriptures of the Lord.
new hero, Farsa. Get Farsa for free before this event ends and follow her storyline to earn all the materials you need to level her up. So help me continue bringing you content like
God,
this.
I love a woman that
Click the link
can't
down
see
below
because then she won't see how ugly I am.
Here to download Mobile Legends Adventure today. Also be sure to use my code to get tons of in-game.
That is a
rewards.
long
Thanks
code.
to MLA, back to the content. Now without further ado, on to administrative results, Cursed Gun.
This right here, this is my problem solver.
Okay, why does this gun look like a type of gun that'll moan each time you shoot it? Those are real, I've seen them. Okay, it doesn't moan.
That's right, this is a crossover episode. Now, while I don't usually condone you guys doing dumb shit to your guns just to try to get on Cursed Gun images, this one is from the talking balaclava himself, so I really just couldn't pass it up. So, in his own words.
This is my American Idol Cursed Gun audition tape to be on Brandon Herrera's Cursed Gun segment. I thought the time has come to make my very own Cursed Gun, and damn, this thing's pretty cursed.
Oh my god, I thought that was duct tape for a second. Wait, is that? That is duct tape!
Spray paint along with the pink accent highlights. Okay, then we got this V-Life 3x9x40 optic on here. We got this Ghost Print Tactical. It is a 3D printed airsoft part. I properly named this gun the Problem Solver.
What's kind of disturbing to me is that this is just kind of making me want to do an entire video on high points. So go ahead and leave a comment that includes the phrase Problem Solver if you'd like to see us do our own high point video.
Oh, welcome, Wayne. Welcome back, welcome back.
I have a couple of ideas. But between his attachments, color scheme, and the fact that it's just a high point carbine, I would say this definitely qualifies as a cursed gun. Also, just another shout out to Admin Results. He's a really cool dude, up and coming YouTuber, so we want to make sure we show him some love. Go ahead and subscribe to him. And if you're not already, make sure you subscribe to me first and foremost. After all, I'm out here putting my sanity and sobriety on the line for you guys, so it's the least you can do. Now, this next entry actually refers back to an older episode of Cursed Gun Images where we had a Nambu pistol, the Japanese service handgun,
oh
that
my
had
god,
a sword grafted to the top of it.
That's sick. Wait, what? Did I skip? I think I skipped an episode. Let me know which episode I missed and I need to go back because I don't remember this. I would have remembered a gun sword. Oh my god, that's awesome. I can't imagine the gun part was very effective, but that is so anime. Oh my god, it reminds me of the weapon that that Squall / Leon would use, the fucking gun revolver blade. I love this. More anime needs this type of gun. Like, literally don't change this design at all. Just put it in some anime game. I need that. That's awesome. I love it. I love this so much. I love it. I love this gun blade.
This seems Japanese as fuck, and I still stand by it. It totally is. But not to be outdone, I found out recently that the Americans had their own version. I present to you a very, very, very custom 1911.
What?
This piece won 2 world wars and several fencing matches.
What?
It looks like it's just very literally a 1911 with kind of a sword and hilt grafted around it. And if that looks weird to you, then I completely agree. But what's weirder is that this was a real fucking thing. This is a rare attachment to the patent saber, which just happens to be it's a fucking 1911. This was a prototype that was apparently made by Rock Island Armor.
I'm tilting my head.
I think that holding your carry handgun out for long periods of time is heavy. Just wait till you try this motherfucker. It even has some sort of crude shoulder stock because you want to be accurate with this thing, I guess. Look, the early 1900s were a weird period for firearm development. Cut them a little bit of slack. The couple of months that the US spent in World War I in the trenches, we kind of figured out you probably either just want a gun or a sword. You don't need a sword.
Gun sword.
Although it's really cool. Speaking of World War I, one of the iconic handguns of World War I would have been the C96 broom handle Mauser.
Oh, that's
what would
cool.
happen if you took a C96 and combined it with, let's say, the Thompson?
Oh, now you're on the other side, Wayne.
Well, you'd get
and
something
welcome,
that kind of
Mathis.
looked like this. Because back in the day,
Or
you know,
Matthias,
you're gonna have
sorry.
an auto pistol.
Why does this gun look unfinished? Like, I know that it's added on. This doesn't look... They made a lot of innovations during World War II period. Hey, war, you know that song, War, what is it good for? I can't sing it because I'll get copyright claimed. But you know, that one, like, obviously, I would prefer a world where we just don't have war. But in the reality that we live in, war can lead to a lot of technological advancements. You like those M&Ms? I know at least one of you guys in the future is eating M&Ms right now or has M&Ms downstairs. You wouldn't enjoy those M&Ms if it wasn't for war. They literally invented it because they needed a way to send chocolate to soldiers and they wouldn't melt so that they could get to it. It's like, boom. Now you have M&Ms. You want GPS? You got GPS. You want the Jeep? You got the Jeep. Got all that. It's good. It's good. Just leads to that. I'd prefer if we just didn't have war, but war can lead to a lot of technological advancements and, oddly enough, can lead to sometimes cultural changes that lead to two different cultures adopting from each other that causes a cool cultural mix. It's very interesting.
Might as well have a foregrip to it. After all, the NFA hadn't been invented yet, so who gives a fuck? I do have to say this was originally posted with the title of the Tluger, which just triggers me.
All
on so
war
many
is
fucking
based.
levels.
Sun
I get
Tzu.
what you're getting at, you know, the Thompson.
Technically, Sun Tzu did say that, or did write that. He did write, all war is based, if you stop the quote right there.
Luger, or the Tluger. Only it's not a Luger. That is a Luger. This is a broom handle Mauser, which means this would be the Thouser. Or the Mouthson. I don't know. What should this be called? I'll leave that up to you guys. But speaking of the broom handle Mauser, there's our next video. Here we have a C96 broom
What is
handle
this? This
Mauser
looks like
that
a
has been
fucking
outfitted
clockwork gun.
with some sort of belt feed mechanism. You see, pops open the feed tray,
What?
puts the belt right on in, closes it up. Yeah, it's a full auto belt fed Mauser. My
What?
initial reaction upon seeing that is, God, this is just bubba as fuck. But like impressively bubba'd. Not just like shittily bubba'd, but like it's actually functional, which is pretty cool. And then of course when I actually clicked on the video and watched it, I realized it was airsoft. Which somehow makes it better and
That's
worse.
pretty cool.
One, okay, it's just an airsoft gun, but at least you didn't have to bubba a real Mauser. I mean, they're 100-plus-year-old guns. You only have so many floating around.
That's some top-tier
Still, even the
bubba,
fact
yeah.
that this thing actually works and is advancing the belt and everything. That's kind of cool. Hats off to this dude. This is a pretty neat little project. I feel like I'm liking way too many of these cursed gun images so far. I feel like we need to get into foreign.
He's
territory
cursed
here
now.
and get to some stuff that's
My
a
favorite
lot
war
worse.
invention is super glue. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite invention due to war?
My body is ready.
No one say mustard
So,
gas.
really upping the ante, this next entry is, something that a lot of you guys have sent me over the last couple of weeks. It's not often that a cursed gun goes completely viral, but this one went viral because it is just absolutely ridiculous. You've probably seen homemade firearms before, but
What?
I doubt you've seen anything quite like this. Now, as you can tell by
What?
the ruler, these photos probably weren't taken voluntarily by the owner. Thankfully, we do have the full story behind the pistol and how it was obtained, thanks to
Okay, before he goes into it, why are there so many screws? Okay, I don't know what movie this is, but there was a movie where they're like in a virtual world, and then he gets a gun that's made of organic material, and it shoots teeth. This gun looks like a real version of that. What crackhead made this? This looks like it could also double as a bong, because like he's got little stuff up there, like. My goodness. What the? Where do you even put the round? What? Oh my
To
goodness.
the Meskwaki Nation Police Department from Iowa. The more names of places I hear in Iowa, the more I'm convinced that Iowa is not a real state, and I have seen very little evidence to prove otherwise. But the post reads, Dear public and law enforcement agencies, we want to inform you of a public safety and law enforcement matter that came to our attention today. The possessor of this firearm was a felon prohibited from possessing firearms and was previously convicted for possessing firearms.
And
He
meth.
possessed meth. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, no shit.
He possessed meth and was previously convicted for distributing cocaine. TLDR, this guy was super cool at parties. We will not be answering any questions about the circumstances of this firearm seizure or the suspect at this time. Although our officers have dubbed this creation the Smith and Methson, this is no laughing matter.
No, it's
Smith
pretty
and
funny.
Methson.
It's pretty funny.
It's a little bit of a laughing matter. So let's go over what the fuck this Smith and Methson
How?
actually is. Aside from a combination of household items and JB Weld in only a way that a meth head could figure out.
Just
It is
imagine-
an entirely improvised.
Just imagine running into battle with two of those MG Mausers, hitting nothing and getting a headshot. Pretty cool. Oh my goodness. So it loads in there. God, this looks like something you'd see in Fallout 4. You know, those pipe weapons that I refuse to use because they just looked bad? I don't care if they're better than some weapons. I'd rather use a gun that looks better and sucks than one of those pipe pistols in Fallout 4. This is what it looks like. This is something that Bethesda would crack up. While on crack.
Is a double barrel pistol of some sort that uses a Phillips head screwdriver as a firing pin / hammer. According to the post, it fires 410 gauge shotgun shells, meaning this is only slightly less sketchy than the Taurus Judge. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this, I did not think that this was functional. But apparently, it at least kind of is. At least according to this video that was later released of the gun
I gotta see this.
somewhat functioning.
Okay. Nothing happened.
Now, I assumed it probably wasn't
Oh,
functional.
they didn't load
this
it.
photo where it looks like one of the, primers is completely blown out and the other one's super indented. Just looked like it was, repetitive action over and over again. Not just a single struck round, but something that he was just doing over and over. And then I remembered, this guy was pretty fucking high on meth. So, repetitive action for something like this is, that's kind of par for the course. You ever get so high on methamphetamine that you start dry firing a spent casing until it disintegrates? Me either, but this guy...
That's how we came up with the atomic bomb. Just put people like to think, oh, it was Einstein, Oppenheimer, all of those really smart guys that made it. Nah, that's just the cover story. That's the cover story because the US government didn't want to actually admit. All they did is they rounded up a bunch of crackheads, put them in a science area with a bunch of technology and beakers and tubes and everything and said, here's some meth, make something. And then boom, they created the atomic bomb. That's the true story, and I'm sticking to it. That's how they did it.
He has. He's also got a decorative side about him as well. He's got a quarter on the back of the hammer there, which is apparently JB welded on along with the other stack of coins. Which is why, aside from possession of methamphetamine and a firearm by a felon, he's also being charged with defamation of currency. But let's be honest with ourselves, he's not really defaming
Yep, monkeys
US
and
currency
typewriters.
any more than the Federal Reserve does on a daily basis. But the cherry on top of this whole thing has to be the cheap flashlight that is hose clamped to the end of the barrel. Because let's face it, when meth is causing you to stay up for 4 days in a row, you kind of want to be able to see at night. Thank you to everybody who submitted this, because the Smith & Methson is definitely going to earn a spot in the Cursed Gun Images Hall of Fame. Seriously, man, what the fuck? Check on your friends, because if they've started doing shit like this, it's probably too late. Now, if you're a fan of the channel, well, first of all, you'd be subscribed. And if you think you're subscribed, you might want to double check real
Already
quick,
double check.
on that subscribe button, because YouTube's been doing that weird unsubscribe thing lately. But as I was saying, if you're a fan of the channel, you'll know that I am a big lover of belt feds.
They are pretty sick. They take
I'm also a
forever to
somewhat
reload,
closeted
though.
lover of revolvers.
Now, I love myself a revolver.
But what if you were to combine belt feds and revolvers? Well, most likely you'd come up with something.
What the hell is this?
As weird as this is, it actually looks like kind of a cool concept. Because the two things that belt feds and revolvers have in common is that the action of the gun is what advances the next round instead of being like, for example, a magazine-fed weapon where it's just a, you know,
Do your chain hang low? Do it wobble to and fro? Do it shine in the light? Is it platinum? Is it gold? Do you throw it over your shoulder? Something, something. I don't know the rest of the song. Do your chain hang low?
a magazine with a spring that's constantly pushing a new round up to be, you know, fed into the gun. So on basic principles, belt feds and revolvers are a match made in heaven. So as weird as this is kind of a neat concept. What's even neater is that this isn't just a bubba revolver. After a little bit of digging, this is actually a Jocelyn chain pistol. Yes, this was a real, actual prototype, a 20-shot belt-fed revolver. Maybe it's more technically correct to call it a chain since it's a complete loop and it's attached at the end instead of a belt, which just is loaded on one side and then, you know, spits out the other side. I'm not really sure what the semantics look like on that. But as much as I want to hate it, it's kind of cool. So now I pose you with a moral dilemma. Let's say you're a boomer in love with the 1911.
Okay.
However, you really want to get into
not.
long-range shooting and want a 6.5 Creedmoor precision rifle.
Okay.
Well, now you don't have to choose. Introducing the 6.5 Creedmoor 1911.
Okay, that
There's
looks
nothing
pretty
says
sick.
efficiency like taking a 1,000+ yard capable cartridge and putting it into a non-stabilized handgun platform.
It looks
no
cool,
fucking
though.
reason. Honestly, memes aside, this is kind of fucking neat, although that scope might be a little optimistic. Plus, it might as well be a 308 or any other rifle cartridge, considering you've got like a 10-inch barrel and 0 points of stabilization aside from the 2 hands God gave you. Plus, the magazine and frame are nowhere near close to big enough to be
Can you imagine the recoil on that thing?
Weapon. Which is good, because 6.5 Creedmoor these days is probably more expensive than shooting 50 BMG. Ask me how I know. So if you've ever wanted to piss off the left and the right at the same time,
I love pissing off people.
You might
that's the correct way to approach it. Don't go with like, I'm just gonna piss off one side. No, piss off both sides. Just troll everybody. Be an equal opportunist troll. Do that always.
might be a libertarian. You also might get a kick out of the glong.
Oh my god.
It's a Glock and a, well, you know. This is listed as both being, well, a Glock frame, but also a device
Does it
for smoking.
actually?
Only
Excuse me.
pipe
Does it actually shoot?
Despite the insignia on the frame. Now, according to US law, being a habitual user of marijuana would make you a prohibited person from owning a firearm.
Really?
However, it's a pretty good symbolic piece of the libertarian ideal republic, where gay
Fuck
married couples
libertarians.
would be able to protect their pot farms with machine guns. And that's something that I can get behind. Despite not being a pot smoker, or being gay, or ever wanting to be married, but I am a connoisseur of machine guns. You know what? Honestly, I don't even know what I was psyching myself up over. Like, this episode of Curse Gun Images hasn't even been that bad. Like,
Oh, no.
What do we have up next here? We've got...
Oh no. What's it gonna be? Uh-oh.
What the fuck is that?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That-
Uh-oh.
Poor AK. I know the Forgotten Weapons Cursed Crink was bad, but it's gotta be the worst AK I've ever seen. Kyle, forgive me. I don't want to remember this.
No! God damn it! Come on! Come on! Should we watch the next one?
Only it's not a Luger. That is a Luger.
That's a helmet.
Nope, that is a 1911. Fuck.
Oh no, that's a 1911.
What is up, you
Ah,
sexy
da, 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 da.
mother...
Pause. All right. Okay. I think we're gonna watch the next one. But I'm gonna do the outro and I'm gonna go and pee. So people watching, be on the lookout for the next episode of it. Okay, that's coming out. Be on the lookout for the next one. You know, for right now, I'm gonna do the outro. And thank y'all for watching in the future on YouTube. And you know, like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff. Maybe come by the live stream live. And yeah. But until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day in the future YouTube land. And remember, stay awesome. All right, okay, stay here, guys. Stay here, guys. We're gonna do the next one, okay? We're gonna do the next one. And I'm gonna go and pee first. But before I do, have you guys ever heard of... Oh, dang it, something on my keyboard. There we go. Have you guys ever heard of the House on the Rock. Have you ever heard of the House on the Rock? I feel like this would be a place that Brandon Herrera would find very interesting. Look at these guns. I don't know if any of these actually shot or were ever actually used, but these are like firearms that were at least designed. Look at them. They're beautiful. Look at these revolvers. Look at those. Look at those. They got a fucking prosthetic leg that has a gun attached to it where you can like pull it out. It's so good. It's so cool. They have a giant whale. It's not a real whale, but a whale. Those are just actual guns. They have an entire orchestra that self-plays itself. It's so good. Welcome, Mega Lego. Welcome, welcome. It's really cool. If you're ever in Wisconsin, near Madison, I think. Oh yeah, then they have the cool gun swords. I don't know if any of these were ever used or actually were fired, but they were at least designed. So if you're ever in Madison, Wisconsin, check it out. Can we check out the Glock Bong music video before you go pee? Where is it? Let me find it. Glock Bong music video. Oh wait, I might get copywritten. Hang on. Is this a copywritten song? I can't because it might be copywritten, NECA. I can't. I can't, Nick. I can't. I wish I could. Maybe we'll save it for like the end of the stream. I'll put it right there, but we'll save it for the end of the stream. But because I'm on YouTube, YouTube's anal about it, so I can't. But I will be right back. I'm gonna go and pee. Okay, I'll be right back, and then we'll watch. Is this the next episode? Let me just make sure.
Lovers, and welcome back to another episode of Cursed Gun Images.
I'm guessing this is it.
I know. So soon. Thing is, as much as I loved looking at your cursed internet dog shit, there's one thing in particular you guys have been sending me over and over, just flooding, and I mean flooding my inbox with. So of course, we're going to have to cover that, or else you guys...
Is this okay? Let me see. Because his hair looks slightly different. Wait, okay, this was on February 14th. I just want to make sure. Just January, February. No, this is not it. He fucked it up. He fucked up the order of these. Oh my god, he fucked up. Can Saitama, can someone find it and put it in the Discord while I go and pee? Please? 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 Someone find it, please. I need to find it. I need to find it. Because he didn't put this in order. Alright, I will be right back. I'll be right back, though. All right. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, I am here. I'm here. All right. Kind of lonely. I'm back. I'm here. I'm here, guys. Okay, I'm here. All right, you think that he made a standalone video. Let me see. Brandon Herrera, Cursed AK. Let's see. Is it this one? Ah, we found it! Look at that. It's been 80 years? You think I was gone for 80 years? If I was gone for 80 years, I would have broken the record for the longest stream ever. Ever. I would be in the Guinness Book of World Records if that was the case. I'd be over the moon if that was the case. I would be over the moon. God, what is before we start? Longest stream in history. What is the longest stream? Oh wait, that's subscriber. Longest stream on Twitch. Single uninterrupted broadcast for, oh my god, that's like almost 2 years. Wait, this has since been overtaken by Emily C. Subus on Twitch, was eclipsed 900 days and is still going? He got suspended. You can crack that easy? What? Okay. Who is this? This has been suspended by Emily C. That's been going on for 900 days as the time of this one. Are they still live? They must be live right now. Hang on. If I click, they should be live, right? They're just streaming their whole life at this point, right? Right? Wait. End in 20 hours. You pick Costco food. 1,000 bits. What the? She's just streaming her entire life.
The pickle. Yeah. And that too, right next to it. And,
okay.
And then the cucumber. And the feta.
Well, she has the record. Why? I would stop. As soon as I reach like 1,000, I'd be like, I'm done. I'm done. I couldn't do that anymore. Like, my goodness, I get wanting to go for record, but I don't think I could stream for that long. Like, you're not going to be putting a lot of effort into it in terms of, like making entertaining content on that. The goal is to then just stream for that long. But I would be like, I don't want to have the camera on. I don't want to have all this going on. I like, what do you do if you want to break? What do you do if like, oh shoot, I got to go to a friend's wedding, or oh, I gotta help my friend move, or oh, I'm going to Disneyland, or oh, I have a date, or something like that. What do you do? Don't go for that record. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. That's a cautionary tale. Hey, welcome, Cafe. That's a cautionary tale. All right. Face the camera at the wall. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the stream world record. I put the camera just on the wall, and then I mute it, and then I just do that. It's a stream of just a wall for the next 5 years. Oh my god. That's just all it is. It's just me streaming the wall for 5 years. Like, I broke the record, let's go! Alright, let me do the intro. Welcome back, YouTube. Today we're going to be watching the follow-up to the cursed gun images, where he has a cursed AK, the most cursed AK he has ever seen. Now, I don't know what this AK is going to be. It took me a little bit to find this video because it wasn't next in the playlist. But we found it. And so without further ado, let's get into it. Previously on Brandon Herrera.
Poor AK. I know the Forgotten Weapons cursed Crink was bad, but it's gotta be the worst AK I've ever seen.
Alright, Cafe. No, it's continuing now.
Dear God, that is the most cursed AK build I've ever seen. No, this is unacceptable. You stay put. Daddy's coming.
Oh my god, he's flying! What? Is he in...
Okay.
What?
So it took a lot of doing, but I finally have acquired in this bag what can only be described as the worst, just most cursed AK I've ever fucking seen. So in this video, we're gonna show you guys what this is, talk about what it is, how it was built, and maybe even attempt to shoot it.
What do you mean
This thing
attempt?
actually runs. That is beyond a Christmas fucking miracle. All right, so let's take a look. Silly me.
Don't drop it!
Time to thank the people who helped with those last-minute flights.
Real quick, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Lords Mobile.
Oh my god, it's another one.
That there is real cash in it for you. Now, not only can you enjoy the same exciting experience as me, but you can win one of their massive...
Brandon Herrera is addicted to mobile
many
games.
Many of my old friends know that Lords Mobile is one of the best strategy games.
Oh,
I've ever
absolutely,
played.
they know.
With Lords Mobile, you can kill anywhere, anytime. Wait. With Lords Mobile, you can kill time anywhere, anytime. You'll step into an awesome 3D simulation world to create your own city, and there are plenty of things waiting for you, like upgrading buildings, conducting research, leveling up your heroes. For people who like playing with friends, just like me, Lords Mobile is perfect for you. You can chat with players from all over the world and even build a guild with them. But if you only have a few minutes to chill, Lords Mobile now provides the 3-minute tower defense game mode with hundreds of card combinations you can really enjoy.
Those like
anytime.
very different games.
Lords Mobile recently carried out its great update, Artifact System. The artifacts are marvelous items like dragon scales, goblin wings, dwarven mallets, and more.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
For the $5,000 cash giveaway, there are 2 ways to win. If you click the link in the description below, there is a Might ranking, and the top Might ranked player will win $500. Other chances for $200 cash are also available in the Might ranking. In addition, you can spin the lucky wheel and win cash every time you upgrade your castle. And for everyone, $350 Lords Mobile gift packs will be offered you after you download the game.
I find it
Thanks
really
again to Lords
funny
Mobile
if
for
he
sponsoring. Now-
legitimately played these games like all the time.
This is the last episode of Cursed Gun Images, but it's finally here. So time to check out what I just picked up. I guess we're gonna start where I always start, with my zipper.
Ha! There's just a giant
All right,
dildo in
so-
there.
And I will tell you this, if you are squeamish, you might want to avert your eyes.
It's a giant dildo.
This is that cursed AK build. Look at it.
Okay. He's gonna have to explain this to me. Well, why are there so many rivets or belts and wow? What?
Now, if you
Okay.
don't know what you're looking for, this doesn't look too bad, but it is one of those scenarios where the longer you look, the worse it gets. I can pretty confidently say about this build that literally nothing was done properly. And I can already hear some of you saying, Brandon, this really doesn't even look that bad. Okay, sure, it's a little ugly and, you know, nothing was riveted properly or
Yeah.
at all. Like, really at all. But that can't affect
Welcome,
the function
Quibble.
that much. I mean, he still built the gun, right? It's not like it can be that bad.
What?
It can be that bad.
It should not know.
This is fully assembled for the record. So before we go too hard in the paint, like this gentleman clearly did before he put it together.
Wait. Where did he find this? Okay, like he had the image. Did someone just post this on the internet? Like, hey, anybody want this? Who wants this cursed AK? It's like, hey, Brandon, I'm a Russian. You want this AK? I hit it with a sledgehammer and then bolted it a bunch of different times and riveted it. You want it? You can have it.
What is this supposed to be? It's an AK, dumbass. Specifically, this is a Yugoslavian M70B1. It was Yugoslavia's AKM variant with a fixed stock, chambered in 7.62x39 with a stamped receiver. This is what that is supposed to look like. Everything riveted nicely, nice
Yeah,
and
looks
tight,
good.
Everything looking good. The stamped receiver is actually doing receiver things and has a bulge up front. We'll get into that in a minute.
Bulge.
Of course, mine has the grenade launching spigot up front for reasons. But even just comparing them visually, you versus the guy she told you not to worry about. You also smoke a lot of meth. A lot. So where the hell did I even find this thing?
Where do these people keep getting all this
So my buddy
meth?
Brian over at Occam Defense had this thing roll through his shop the other day. Put down the pitchforks, he didn't build it. Somebody had brought it in, I assume under the suspicion that something might be wrong with it. So he posted a quick bit on Instagram showing some of the key highlights of how
goodness.
fucked up this thing is. And I cringed so hard, I knew I had to have it.
My theory is that the guy was so high when he had it, and it kept making that noise, that creaking noise, the noise. And he's like, something's clearly not bolted down, right? Something needs it. And he just started putting in bolts, putting in different rivets and everything. And one of these is gonna fix it. And then none of them fixed it because that was nowhere near where the issue was. He was just trying. Next thing you know, if he didn't turn it in, he would have been putting a bunch of duct tape on it, and it would have just been covered in duct tape, trying to make it stick together.
Because that's what we do here, which you would know if you were subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, you probably don't need therapy as much as the guys who are. So if you want more shit like this to keep you up at night, go ahead and subscribe. So now let's look at the receiver. So AKs have two types of receivers. This one right here has a milled
That's
receiver.
a cool
This is when
looking
it's,
gun.
milled down from a solid chunk of billet or forged steel. The other type, which is far more common, is your stamped receiver, which we have here, a bulged, stamped receiver here. Got our tantals here. This is just stamped sheet metal where it is cut to size and folded into place and of course, heat treated and all. The difference is they use precision dies to make sure everything is bent perfectly in alignment to be able to be used as a receiver.
I'm doing good,
What they
Wayne.
do
I
not
hope you're
do
doing
is
well too.
molest it with a ball peen hammer
Jesus.
until it vaguely resembles the shape of an AK.
You
This
know.
probably started obviously as a receiver flat,
It's like people say, close only counts in horseshoes, hand grenades, and gun assembly. Okay, as long as it looks the part, it's gonna work. It's like how orcs work in Warhammer 40k. If you believe strong enough that that gun works 100% of the time, it's gonna work 100% of the time. That is fueled by the power of belief. Okay, it's as soon as you're like, maybe this gun isn't safe, that's when it blows up in your face. Okay, you gotta fully believe in it.
Where it's not pre-bent and it's kind of like an 80% for an AK that was really popular back in the day. It was just a flat receiver that you get a bending jig for and put it in a press and fold it up over. Even if this guy did have a folding jig for this, which he clearly did not, this isn't even the right receiver for this gun. This is a regular trunnion receiver, like you'd have something like here, where
Trunnion.
it's just flat all the way across. The M70s have bulged front trunnions,
Bulge.
which is, a little bulge in the sheet metal as well.
Bulge,
to
okay, I'm
accommodate
done.
for, I don't know, a thicker trunnion. It's almost like there's steel in the way. Not a problem for this guy. He's just gonna beat the shit out of it and just kind of work around it until it vaguely takes the shape and the metal just gets out of the way. Life hack. The magwell is just so openly flared here. This is just like a bass mouth receiver or magwell. So now how do we attach this to the gun? Well, we basically hammer in some rivets here when you decide you feel like it. There's just like rivets like this on this gun that just aren't fucking there.
They're gone.
Didn't show up for work.
They weren't necessary.
You see this rivet hole up here where this would have been, again, for a standard receiver, you'd have two up top, where on the M70 you have one down for the magwell rivet. You have one up and then one down again. Now let's just breeze over the fact that these are just flat out the wrong rivets, and this rivet shouldn't even be here. I think that's holding in the
It's
rail.
decorative. Okay, that's for style. It's a decorative rivet. Okay, I don't like that he is insulting the style points that this gun has. Okay, everybody knows that style points adds extra penetrative damage to your gun weapon. Okay, that's why everybody buys skins in Call of Duty. When you buy a skin for your weapon, it does extra damage if it looks cooler. Same thing with knives. Knives kill people faster if your knife looks really cool. Everyone knows that. Okay, everyone knows. I'm kind of astonished that, a guy whose entire channel is dedicated to guns doesn't understand that rivet adds plus 2% penetrative power to the gun. But I guess you can't know everything.
To the trigger guard. I just love that you just hold this gun upside down.
We did
Hold
not
on,
watch a
safety.
new Kentucky Ballistics video yet. No.
That actually works. Holy shit. It's very safe, unless you're trying to operate upside down. It's also probably not safe at all to shoot, which makes me feel great about having to do that later. Stick around to see how that goes.
There's no way he's firing himself,
but now, see,
right?
down here on the trigger guard and the mag release, not the most, pressure-bearing part, but still, these are supposed to be 4 rivets, and it's just nut-screw combo straight from an erector set. Our rear trunnion rivets are just absolutely smashed to shit, and this one's completely cut away because the
Hang on.
Yugos have this
I had
little
to,
button here.
hang on.
So
Hang on 1 second, I'll be right back. Sorry, I had to mute it for a second, I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry. Oh, I'm back. Sorry, I had to check something.
Rear trunnion rivets are just absolutely smashed to shit, and this one's completely cut away because the Yugos have this little button here. So to take off the dust cover and move this, remove the recoil spring assembly, you have to press that button in, and that gets
Your stock's just crashed? My stock is fine.
There we go.
There's been a fall in the market, but it's fine.
Cover. We'll get to all that goodness inside later. So here to accommodate for this space taken up.
What is it with that spring? Is the spring supposed to be that bent inside of an AK? That doesn't look right. Yeah, I had to go catch Saitama because he escaped the basement. I got him, though. Don't worry.
Button, he decided to just cut off the top part of that rivet. You know, that's just the rivet that holds your rear trunnion in. It's all right. It's
trunnion.
Not doing a good job anyway. Could you zoom in on that, please? Like, zoom in, like, right here. How
zoom
easy
in
I'm able to move the entire rear trunnion. Yeah, that's
trunnion.
Barely secured by one rivet that is also moving. Like, that is teeter-tottering as I'm doing this. So this is... Oh, man, I really don't want to shoot this now. Yeah, he cut through the entire upper part of the receiver here and did the same on the other side. Don't do that. But wait, there's more. So let's take this out. Take our bolt and carrier out of the gun. Which, that is the sad part, is that this is a really nice parts kit. All things considered, he didn't fuck with the bolt. He didn't fuck with the bolt carrier. The barrel is the original barrel from what I can tell. So this was a head-spaced original barrel, like front end assembly with a front trunnion and all. The headspace is still great, which means, you know, I at least theoretically shouldn't completely blow up. But it really sucks because this is a nice kit that's just completely been bastardized. What I'm saying is basically here forward, with the exception of the receiver and the rivets, was built in Yugoslavia.
Okay.
Now, Serbia, technically. In the words of Markiplier, this is great.
What'd he say? Oh, he's making a joke of Markiplier. He's doing the Markiplier meme. Got it.
Worried about this. This is just not good. Here we just have a rusty kind of spare stamped receiver that we just had laying around the shop. But what I'm going to use this to demonstrate, besides why it's important to keep your rust under control, is the center support.
It adds a little bit of pizzazz if you got rust.
That is right there in the middle of the receiver. So basically what this is just a little, like it says, a center support to give the stamped receiver a little bit more rigidity, and it also can act as a hammer stop when the bolt and carrier are not installed and you still dry fire. Does less damage to the gun. So that steel cylinder is riveted in place with a long rivet. As you can see, there is a rivet going through here, so it's through one side, out the other, and smashed. Not the best example of it. This is kind of a cheaper receiver, but you get the idea. Here we get a screw, a flathead screw, and again, a rector set nut combo here with a super, super small threaded screw that I mean, is already noticeably bent.
Is it bent slightly to like the left? If I'm looking right there, it looks like it's got a little bit of a curve to it, okay? You know, a little curve is normal, all right? Okay, some ladies like a little bit of curve, but that's a little too noticeable right there, you know? Okay, and I don't think a manufactured gun should be having so much curve on it, you know? That's a little worrisome right there.
Yeah, that is noticeably bent, because I imagine the guy did this more than a few times. Now that we're looking through the top of the gun, first of all, it is just dirty as shit, and just a lot of, I don't know, just
and dirt builds character.
And, you know, whatever else. I imagine you probably had to keep this fairly well lubricated to have a prayer in hell of running. But you'll notice that the receiver is absolutely smashed. None of this is straight. It's heavily warped, and the fact that the bolt carrier is able to pass through this freely, or relatively freely, is just a testament to the AK platform. Also notice that sometimes, see if it does it. Okay, no, went into battery that time.
See, okay, this is how you just know that he knows what he's talking about, that this is a channel where he's not just, you know, obviously, okay, like it goes without saying, obviously, he's not someone who's just cosplaying as somebody who knows about guns. Who's like, because some people probably think some of these gun channels are just people shooting guns. Like, I have a gun, I'm gonna shoot something, boom, look, explosion! like and subscribe, give me money, that type of thing. I'm sure there are people who think that. But he looked at this AK, okay? He just looked at this AK. And obviously, if you showed me this AK and you asked me, is this a good AK? I'd be like, that looks a little fucked up. It looks wrong. I couldn't give you a goddamn dissertation on why it is fucked up. He looked at this gun and he's just going piece by piece by piece by piece by piece of like, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is how it should look, this is a problem. Oh, he probably did this fucked up, this is wrong, boom, should be doing this is how it should look. Like, wow. Just the level of knowledge he has in that luscious hair of his, because that's where the brain is stored, right? In the hair, is just amazing. Amazing. Like, I wouldn't even be able to, like, look up to make this type of thing. This is something you just accrue over time. And he's just showing it off so well.
There we go. Sometimes it does that. Which just means there's way too much fucking play going on here, and the bolt is just allowed to prematurely rotate before it even gets into the trunnion, which stops up the whole thing.
Trunnion.
Frankly, is not very good at all for the bolt, so I'm not going to do that a whole lot, because I am going to try to salvage this parts kit, but we'll get to that later. There we go. But still, the fact that this even kind of works, as thrown together as this is, like, it's one of those, like, Tony Stark was able to build this in a day with a box of scraps. Like, this is seriously like an afternoon throw together job, because you have an ambush in 3 hours. Like, that is what this shit is. There's a million other little things that I could bitch about with this gun.
Bitch about it.
I'm just not going to go into, because it's just really, really in-depth stuff. But I know what you're thinking. Will it
shoot?
I'm nervous, but we're about to find out.
So we're out here on the range.
He's not gonna. Is he gonna shoot this himself? The amount of cojones he has to have to shoot this himself. Because I would totally strap this to a thing to shoot it for me.
Going to attempt to test fire this without, well, you know, having the rapid unscheduled disassembly. And a little extra insight as to, besides the obvious why I'm nervous, all the
He's
lockup
got
is
thumbs,
between the
he's
bolt
fine. Oh.
and the front trunnion, of which
Oh my god.
freely moves.
That's suggestive.
So we're gonna try it first. I've got 2 rounds of Bellum loaded up. I don't want to load up any more than that right now, because I don't know if this is gonna run away or what. I've never shot this and I didn't really want to. I also do want to point out with the mag fitment, this mag well is more of a suggestion.
Oh no.
It's just so blown open. It locks in pretty decent, but that can't be good for feeding. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm honestly fucking nervous.
You have an emotional,
so I might go a little
AK.
bit overboard. I actually brought just the thing. Voila! On top of being peak Tarkov LARP.
Okay. Alright, my brain is so freaking cooked. I saw that, I thought he was wearing a Fursona muzzle. I thought this right here, with what you're looking at, I thought that was a snout. I thought he turned into a dog, and it's like, this is my tactical US Army Fursona. I thought that's what that was. Oh, my brain's so cooked. Oh, I thought that was a wolf thing. I was like, oh no, where did he get that? But no, it's not. Okay, we're fine.
This is my Scott insurance, so to speak. Got an Ops Core Fast SF with the ballistic mandible, specifically meant for fragmentation. So when I've got the gun like
I mean, you can look at that and it looks like it's
protect
a snap.
shards of shit from going into my neck. Not shit, not literal human shit, but like chunks of gun. You know what I mean. All right.
The classic AK thing. Wasn't there, I saw a skit, a funny little skit before he shoots this and maybe dies. There was a skit where it showed like 2 US Army soldiers shooting their guns, and then they both are reloading at the same time to do it, and then they're both gonna round the chamber. And the US, one of the guys, you know, he does it with his right hand. But then it shows the other guy, he reaches over like he does with an AK, and there's no way to round the chamber right there because it's not an AK. And then the other soldier looks at him, and it's like the Metal Gear Solid that pops up, and then he points his gun at him. He's like, "It's a spy! It's a Russian spy!" Because he was so used to using, you know, the reach around method for an AK that he did in muscle memory to a U.S. military rifle that does not require the reach around for right-handed people. So, yeah.
That was the most sluggish chambering I've ever seen on an AK. That's because it didn't pick up a round. That's cool.
Like a Pez dispenser.
What a fucking winner, dude. Come here, check this out. What the fuck, man? It's totally missing.
Huh. Wow.
We may not be able to shoot this. Oh, there you go. If I hold the magazine up, it wants to go. Kinda. Close enough. Cool. All right. Yeah, backing up's probably a good idea. All right. 1 like equals 1 prayer. Hoping for the best. 3, 2. Well, let me not hold it there just in case the magazine blows out the bottom. That's usually a terrible place to grab if you're expecting the gun to explode. This is probably a little safer. We'll see. Redefining rifle grenade in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my. That's a lot of smoke. Is that meant to have a lot of smoke?
Well, it almost actually picked up another round. That's interesting.
And then it's just stuck. Or is it meant to do that? No, it's not.
That recoil impulse is super weird. So it's not exploding, that's a plus. The recoil impulse is super weird on it because it feels almost like a bolt gun because you're getting like half of the cycling. You're getting that, but it's holding back like here. It doesn't want to go forward, like right there. So that's not super pleasant.
So it will gun.
The bolt is happening pretty severely, where it'll stop forward here, to where the round is actually
Stop watching so many bow
on
clips.
its own will.
Never.
Pretty much fully seated in the chamber, but the bolt is lagging back here because it's rotated too early, because it's trying to lock, but there's nothing to lock into because it's just a shittily made receiver. Well, now that we proved that the gun running away on us is really the last of our concerns, let's try it with a Magatula. See if we can get any decent results out of it.
All right.
Or at least a couple of consecutive rounds.
Yeah, this is a low weapon condition weapon in like Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas, where you need another AK, and then you're like, oh, repair, and then you hear the sound effect in the Fallout New Vegas, and then boom, now you got a 50% condition AK.
Come on, little buddy. All right, there you go. Just needs a little encouragement sometimes.
Is it hot? I'm assuming it's hot. Or is it not? No, it's not. Yeah, what is happening? By this point, it'd be more effective to just run at the enemy with a knife.
Gun needs a fluffer to work. Oh, that one almost fully seated.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, a flinch. Yeah. That fucking worked.
Just hit it. Just hit it. It responds to being hit.
Almost. You know, we're kind of getting to the point where I think I would almost rather have an Anderson AR-15. So it's not totally surprising that this is quote-unquote safe to shoot, just because the lockup and everything, like I said, is in the front trunnion here, and you know,
trunnion.
The shit that makes this not blow up is the front trunnion forward. So all this stuff was made by a Yugoslavian factory, by Zastava. This was made by...
Meth head.
Oh, an idiot. So this part works great. This part, the actual function of the gun, so to speak, not so much. Try to help that magazine in a little bit more.
What was that?
I think we're done. So hopefully now you guys realize just why I had to show you guys this thing. This is...
Do you think he still has it?
I've seen a lot of shitty AK builds.
Do you think he still has this gun? Is it like always been in the background and I've just never noticed because I didn't know the history behind this gun? Is it still there? I'd keep it. I'd mark it as like do not use. Like this isn't even good for war. Like you'd rather have a knife. All right, if you're gonna be using something, just take a knife, start trying to, you know, Metal Gear Solid your way through it, like, ching, you know, just get in a, what do you call it, a cardboard box, do that. You know they did that against an AI. There was an AI that the military was testing with it to try to spot enemy combatants, okay? And the soldiers were then tasked with trying to get around it and everything. And it was pretty good at spotting them when they're just, you know, running up to it, trying to sneak like a normal person would. And then they were like, let's get creative. Okay, it's an AI. It's looking for people. It's not looking for a cardboard box that's moving. So they were like, well, they took, you know, what do you call it? Inspiration from Metal Gear Solid. And they're like, okay, we'll try with the cardboard box. And it worked because the AI is not looking for cardboard boxes. It is looking for humans. And then they try, okay, what if we don't walk and run like a human? What if we do somersaults? What if we do backflips or stuff like that? What if we just do unorthodox movements? They're like, nope, yep, the AI didn't find you. Because it wasn't looking for humans that are for some reason doing cartwheels. So it's like that. Humans don't walk like that. They don't walk on their hands and upside down and everything. That's not a human. That's not an enemy combatant. That's something else. And it worked.
Over the years, a lot of shitty AK builds. This one has got to take the cake for a couple of reasons as far as a cursed AK parts kit build where you took a really good parts kit and slapped it together so shitty, but it still somehow kind of runs. Honestly, again, just big shout out to Mickey K. Like, Mikhail Kalashnikov really nailed it with this shit, because if you're this far out of spec with pretty much anything besides a fucking flintlock, that is a recipe for disaster. So the fact that this is even...
The AK will never die.
Mind-blowing. I guess those are the tolerances you have to design shit for when it's being translated into 8 different languages and being made, you know, in 30 different countries by less than willing participant workers in a lot of cases who can't read. It's a miracle any of these things work. Anyhow, my big plan with this thing is that since this is just a really, really nice kit, just begging to be brought to life, like its older brother over here, if we get 100,000 likes on this video, which should be easy, you should have liked the video already. Come on, are you not entertained? If we get 100,000 likes, I will do a video breaking this thing down completely and then rebuilding it as an uncursed AK. Or just an AK. But I think it would be a fitting end, just to be able to show you
So he probably still has it, it's just fixed.
And give it a happy ending. Because if there's one thing I love, it's happy endings. So anyhow, if you'd like to see that, there's an easy way to make it happen. Just go ahead and hit that like button, and while you're down there, be sure to subscribe, and make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube still kind of does that unsubscribing our subscribers from us thing every now and again, so just, you know, stay on top of it. Make
Is that still an issue today? I know it probably is, yeah.
Accidentally. Nobody can come between us, is what I'm saying. Anyhow, that's about all I've got for this video. I appreciate you guys watching until the end, and as always, I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks, guys.
Nice. Oh no, there it is. How many how many YouTube accounts do you think there are that people use daily that have never subscribed to anything? They just go purely off of the algorithm. They just do that. How many do you think are out there? There's got to be at least one, right?
If you have any small, well, with the zipper joke, that doesn't really work. I was going to say, if you have any small children in the room, now's the time to leave. The other type, which is far more common, fuck.
You merely adapted to the law. I was born with it, molded by it. I did not touch a woman until I was a man.
Yeah.
Remember
That's when you become a man, though.
My point was teasing about making a line of AKs. I think I might have accidentally stumbled upon the prototype.
Because if there's one thing I love, happy endings. That camera punch was so uncomfortable because I watched it happen. I could see it in the fucking lens. I'm like, oh no, this is the bit. This is what it's gonna look like. Fuck, I'm on somebody's big screen. I'm panicking. What do I do?
Oh man, stop it. There we go. Whew. All right. And chat and people in the future YouTube area. If you want me to watch the video where he like breaks it down, because I'm assuming, yeah, I'm assuming he has that video, because let's see, yeah, I think he reached 100,000. I feel like he did. So if you want me to watch that, let me know down in the comments down below. But you know, until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day, and also, you know, maybe come by the Discord, come by the live streams live, you know, stuff like that. You know, just stuff like that. But until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. And stay awesome, y'all. All right, I'm back. We're still here. All right, let me see what is in the Discord. No, we're still here. Don't you fucking... No, you fucking stay here, Army Eater. You don't go anywhere. You leave when I fucking say you leave, okay? That goes for all of y'all. You only leave when I say you can leave. And I have to, like, double check it, okay? Because sometimes I may be making a joke, you know? I may be joking. You never know. All right? Don't you do this shit to me. All right, let's see what's in the React. Okay? Let's see. Okay, we did this. We did this one already, if I'm not mistaken. Kaz, let's see. Or did we? I think we did. Actually, I don't remember. Let me see. I get confused because this is about my alma mater. We're not going to necessarily watch all of this because I did say we needed shorter things. But I don't remember if we watched this. The reason that I'm like confused is because I know this. Because I know this story because fun fact, I went to Georgia Tech. So I know this story about the 222-0 football score. Biggest scoring football game of all time.
Been 100 years
we'll
since
watch
the
some
worst
of it.
Beatdown between grown adults in the history of American sports. There is so much to tell. There's the dog that chased one of the players around the stadium. There's the kicker who caught his own kick for a touchdown. There's the player who entered the game, took a snap, threw the ball in the air in a state of sheer terror, ran off the field and hid. And of course, there's the score. In 1916, Georgia Tech's football team beat Cumberland College by a score of 202. Oh, sorry.
There we go.
I forgot one.
And this is why Georgia Tech is the greatest football team ever in existence. We have when you have the highest scoring game, that means you're the best, right? Like, you can't say you're better than us. Also, it was revenge for like a baseball game. The basement is cold and damp. Fucking huddle together for warmth, okay? All of y'all viewers that are in my basement that I've collected over the years, over the months, just you know, huddle together for warmth, okay? That's why I have multiple of y'all.
222 points in a game.
What is this camera?
Unbreakable record. It has been 67 years since a team scored even half that many. To do this, Georgia Tech had to score 32 touchdowns in 55 minutes, which means it had to score a touchdown every minute 43.
That's why we do it right.
It is fair to say that Georgia Tech was a million times better than Cumberland College, but that doesn't explain this. Vast superiority alone explains Secretariat, who won the Belmont by 31 lengths. It explains the 1940 Chicago Bears, who won the NFL championship 73-0. It explains the time UConn women's basketball took a 74-9 lead on SMU. Those are routes, yeah, they're blowouts. Yep. This was an irrational, malicious act of cruelty that just happened to also technically barely be a sporting event.
This was revenge, okay? I'm gonna fucking show y'all that I know this stuff, okay? Because there was a baseball game, I don't remember if it was like a year ago, a few months ago or something like that, but there was a baseball game where it was Georgia Tech versus Cumberland. And we accused them of putting like star players, like professionals, to play their game for them. That the coach was just so pissed that happened and that they were so certain that this was like a setup. Okay? That, no, when the football game came around, it's like, no. Oh, you can't play because you don't have, you know, the players for it. Oh, you're not prepared for it. Too bad. we have this game scheduled. We're gonna play it. Fuck you. And then they just absolutely maliciously took them down. It's kind of slimy down here too. Like just that's insulation covered on your body, and you'll be warmer. Okay. Is it horny jail? If you want to make it horny jail, make it horny jail.
It's scoreable. We can score.
Just use protection.
In the same way we can award a blue ribbon to a supernova. But first, let's understand where this malice came from. It's 1915. Cumberland's team, which used to be good, is now terrible. The coach is a reverend from around town who doesn't know the rules and doesn't approve of all the violence, so he makes up new practice drills that are more to his liking. In one drill, he has two guys stand a few feet apart and just lob the ball to each other over and over and over. In another drill, he has them sit in a circle and close their eyes, and he would place the ball behind one of them, and then they'd have to guess which one had the ball. It was like an even worse version of Duck, Duck, Goose. I don't know, I feel stupid even talking about it. Unsurprisingly, none of the players came back after that season, and it was up to George Allen, the 20-year-old athletic manager, to save Cumberland football. He figured that if the baseball team could get a little bit of buzz, it could sell enough tickets to finance the football team, so he arranged for Cumberland baseball to beat their opening opponent as badly as they could. The thing is, Cumberland players weren't good enough to do that, so he convinced a minor league baseball team to dress up in Cumberland's uniforms and play as them. It was an entire team full of ringers. I couldn't confirm this, but I believe the minor league team in question was the Nashville Volunteers, half of whom had Major League Baseball experience. Cumberland destroyed Georgia Tech, 22-0. They were hitting everything. After a while, they got bored and they just started bunting every at-bat, and they still scored 3 more runs just by bunting. Georgia Tech baseball was humiliated, and so was their coach. His name was John Heisman. Heisman was a great baseball coach, but he remains one of football's architects. Let's look at a modern-day football game. The scoreboard shows the down, yardage, and game clock. That was John Heisman's idea. The quarterback yells, "Hut." Heisman came up with that. Then the center snaps the ball in the air to the quarterback. Heisman invented that. Then the quarterback throws a forward pass. Heisman invented that too. This quarterback was the best in the nation, so they gave him a trophy called the Heisman Trophy. In showing up John Heisman, Cumberland angered a football god. 1916 rolled around, and Cumberland no longer had a football team.
That's why you don't fuck
Heisman
with
didn't
us.
care. Georgia Tech Cumberland was on the football schedule, and Heisman threatened to charge the school $3,000 if they forfeited. That's $66,000 in today's money, and it was more than Cumberland could comfortably afford. Heisman had another target, sports writers. Couldn't stand him. I mean, it's not for no reason. Sports writers are useless. Like, we are useless. Heisman took issue with the way sports writers oversimplified. They figured that the more points a team scored, the better that team was. Heisman knew it wasn't as simple as that, so he wanted to rack up as many points on Cumberland as he possibly could to show that if you really wanted to and your opponent was bad enough, you could score as much as you wanted. In order to save themselves a crippling amount of debt, Cumberland rounded up a bunch of law students, some of whom didn't even know how to play football, and sent them to play against what may have been the best football team on the planet. It's the afternoon of October 7th, 1916. H.J. Carney waits for the opening kickoff to fall out of the sky. He doesn't move. He looks to his right, where Edwards, the quarterback, makes a block. He turns to his left, where a man listed as George Murphy gets ready to throw another block. This is not actually George Murphy. This is Johnny Dog Nelson, the only ringer George Allen was able to recruit this time around. He's a former player and a sports writer by trade. Here he is reporting on another football team a month from now. Johnny Dog whiffs entirely. Carney still hasn't moved. He's clobbered right where he caught the ball. Edwards, who made the first block, is knocked out cold. Cumberland has lost its quarterback on the first play of the game.
Yeah! Let's go!
Cumberland gains 3 yards on its first play from scrimmage. It's one of only 4 times they'll get past the line of scrimmage all day. They choose to punt on 3rd down, and Tech scores 2 plays later. Cumberland fumbles on 1st and 10, Tech scores. Cumberland fumbles on 1st and 10 again, Tech scores again. By the 18th play of the game, Tech is already up 28-0. Everything is as it should be. Georgia Tech is a powerhouse. They were in the middle of a 33-game undefeated streak that lasted more than 4 years. Up 28-0, Georgia Tech has stopped at the 1, but it's not because Cumberland stopped them. The opposite, actually. Tech's running back, Strupper, takes it to the 1 untouched. The Cumberland players actually get out of his way. But then he downs it. What happens next comes from a book about this game called You Dropped It, You Pick It Up by Jim Paul. It is the most complete source on this game I was able to find. Sadly, it's out of print. It explains that another of Tech's running backs, Canty Alexander, had yet to ever score a touchdown, and his teammates liked to give him grief about it. A week prior, Tech got to the 1 and handed Alexander the ball, and then his linemen just moved out of the way and let him get clobbered for 3 straight downs, and then they gave somebody else the ball to score on 4th down. They were gonna do the same thing here. The Tech players just hit the dirt and gave up, but then for some reason, the Cumberland players did too. Maybe they were scared, maybe it was some weird animalistic instinct, or maybe they just didn't know what to do. That left Alexander as the only man standing on the field, 1 yard from the goal. This should be the easiest touchdown of all time, but he bobbles the snap and he inadvertently boots it a couple of times before he finally recovers it in the end zone. As a 2-team effort, it's probably one of the dumbest plays in the history of football.
Oh, I wish there was a recording of that.
Georgia Tech receives the kickoff. Yeah, Georgia Tech, who just scored, receives the kickoff. See, back in the day, if your opponent scored on you, you had the option of kicking or receiving on the ensuing play. I don't know why you would ever do this or why this was an option, but it was. And throughout the game, Cumberland chose to kick after being scored on 5 times. Early in the second quarter, Tech leads 70-0. Against all odds, Cumberland actually finds itself a 3rd and 1. Coach Allen wants to catch them off guard, and he wants to do this by punting. George E. Allen will later go on to have an eventful life. He'll serve as a political operative and become close with FDR, Truman, and Eisenhower.
Goodness.
They were presidents who had known him. He even wrote a book. It was called Presidents Who Have Known Me.
Wow.
But for now, he is a nervous 20-year-old nobody coaching against John Heisman. He orders his team to punt. But in the huddle, they decide, no, we are absolutely not punting on 3rd and 1. They line up, Leon McDonald gets the pitch right, and then rather than go the 1 yard for the first down, he panics and punts anyway. It bounces out of bounds 11 yards downfield. Play 45. Morris Gouger fields the kick, and Georgia Tech's special team unit somehow overruns him. There's nothing but open field in front of him. He has daylight. Cumberland hasn't even made it to the 50-yard line yet. A touchdown would be unthinkable.
Do it! Don't do it. Fuck you. He trips.
Morris trips and falls over a teammate at his own 20.
How?
His teammate was looking for his glasses.
Oh my
Play
god.
48. Edwards, the quarterback who was knocked out cold on the first play of the game, is sent back in. He can't really walk straight. He can't even talk. He's showing obvious concussion-like symptoms. He can't call for the snap. His impatient center snaps it anyway and pops him right in the head.
Ooh.
Edwards has now appeared in 2 plays and has been carried off the field unconscious 2 times. Later, this will also happen a 3rd time. Today, we look on this with horror. Back then, a concussion was treated about as seriously as a Charlie horse. This game has entered an unbelievably lengthy sequence.
Just walk off the concussion. All right. I don't think I can watch the entirety of this, but let's see how this. I want to see how this ends. Because I'm not a big sports person. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a very big sports person. But let's just see how this goes. Wow, this is sad. But you know, Heisman wanted to send a fucking message, you know, and he sent a fucking message. Hang on. Wait, what? Is there no more audio? Okay, well that's it. Okay. Still better than soccer? I agree. Soccer is just okay. Look, soccer / football, whatever you want to call it. If you like it, you like it. I get it. There's some cool moments. I will yield that. However, most of the game, nothing is happening, and it's like, oh my god, it's so boring for me. Okay, my ADHD riddled brain just cannot take it. It just cannot. Okay, I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I just can't. I just can't. All right, let's see. Let's see. What else is there? What is best of Fantanic? What the fuck?
So Rob Dunphy making an appearance here at
what's with all these sports ones? Well, since when has my audience been jocks? Since when has my audience been jocks? Why are they stripping him?
Well, congratulations to both of you. Fanatic and Rob Dunphy.
What the fuck?
The crowd loved it. Tattoo there with the Fanatic.
No. Oh my god.
Around the navel.
Oh my god. Ew.
Yeah.
That, please tell me that's not real.
Oh boy. Oh, man, that could have been ugly. Uh-oh.
Oh my god, popcorn. Give me some popcorn.
You did say you wanted popcorn before, didn't you?
Dude, being the mascot's got to be fun.
He's drunk. He's got to be drunk.
He's
Look
just
at it. Just it's destroying our
What
booth.
are you doing? Oh my goodness.
Imagine how hot it is inside of that. No. Mascots are paid to be assholes. That's why it's fun. And nobody knows who it is. It's a mystery.
Popcorn everywhere.
Right? You don't know who that, we don't know who that guy is actually, right?
Really? You
That's
did
pretty
ask
cool.
for popcorn, I will say that.
Pretty cool. I'll give it that. He's a pretty cool guy. All right. What? Who the Ant Ram? You can't just give me my own video. I know I joked about it, but thank you for submitting it. Thank you, Ant Ram, for submitting it. I appreciate that. Thank you. We're not gonna watch it because I already know how it all ends. But yeah. So, but thank you. You know, go check out my other videos. You know, just go do that. What is this?
Shana, they won't get in.
What?
They took this world in blood and darkness. No surprise. I only realized what was happening when it was far too late.
Wait, what is this? Okay, this is too long. We're not these long ones. These are so long, and then they're like not too entertaining from a reaction standpoint. I'm sorry. So, well, we're gonna go to the next one. Like, I love these types of videos. The unfortunate nature is that with these types of videos where it's a lot of text and then just like an image that goes across it, it doesn't keep the audience engaged too long. So it doesn't usually make good, reaction content. I appreciate you posting it, Ant Ram. I really do. This looks like an amazing video. I will post the link in like the chat as well to go check it out. But it's gotta have a little bit more to it to like keep the attention of like a streamer or anything like that. So I'm gonna have to skip this one. Skip that one. So like my video is super engaging. Totally, just believe me. Okay, like mine is super engaging. A cut every few seconds. You know, like watch this. Hello there, cryptid hunters. I'm sure you all have your favorite scary monster. Like I changed my mind. This sucks. Fuck this video. This video sucks. Aliens or ghosts with glow sticks. Wait. And today I'll be diving into some of these monsters' origins, histories, and what they really are. Like how Dwayne. See how like every few seconds I'm like cutting to a different image or a different screen? That usually helps. But also fuck this video. This video sucks. Get the fuck out of here. That fucking RaveSpecter guy sucks. That RaveSpecter guy is a fucking hack. Why does your video have bad mic? What do you mean bad mic? That was the best microphone quality ever. That was the best microphone quality ever. Because I do it in Audacity and it doesn't sound as good as what I use on stream. Because in Audacity, if I flub my words, I can delete it and then do it again. But if I record it in OBS, I just need to do it again and again and again and again. And then I have to search for the proper audio tick in the recording. And that takes for fucking ever. So I'd rather do Audacity. And I don't know. I like my mic quality, I do it as good as I can. Also, people don't even care about mic quality. There are streamers, some of the biggest streamers out there have really bad mic qualities to the point that they're using the mic from their headset. And it's like, oh my God, I can hear crackling. And people are like, oh my God, best fucking streamer ever. So I'm like, I'm not going to sweat about it. I'm not going to sweat about the mic quality. As long as I'm funny enough, as long as my editing's good enough, people will be like, I can deal with it. I can deal with it. Yeah, that rave guy tricked me into a rave in his basement. Yep, I missed the sun. Yeah, don't worry. You're not missing much from the sun.
Oh, no,
okay,
no.
You're not missing anything from the sun. The sun, look, okay, if you miss the sun, there you go, okay? There you go. Are you happy now? Are you happy now? There's the fucking sun. Okay, this is what you're missing. Are you happy? All right, you absorb some of the solar radiation while I go pee again, because I have to pee. I'll be right back. Whenever I drink liquids, it just goes right through me. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Stop praising the sun, okay? We're not playing Dark Souls right now. Get the fuck out of here, you goddamn solar bros. Get out of here. He said there would be candy down here. Yeah, it's down there, Lex. You find it, okay? Look, just because you haven't found the candy in the basement that I've trapped you, I mean, put you inside of, it doesn't mean there isn't any, okay? It doesn't mean there isn't any. It just means you haven't found it yet, okay? Your lack of ambition to find the candy I have placed in the basement is not my problem. That's a you problem, okay? Fucking pull yourself up by your bootstraps and find the candy. All right? I'm not gonna... Look, I gave you the information that the candy was down there. Look, you gotta do some of the legwork for yourself, okay? Fucking liberals, am I right?
No.
All right, what is this?
Putting jam in rice.
Ew! Ew!
This is disgusting. Who put jam? Hello.
Is this his actual accent? Okay. Is this his actual accent? Or is he doing that for effect? Because, like, if it is his actual accent, that's totally fine. That's his stage accent? Okay, I was gonna assume this was the staged accent. Okay, welcome, chicken. No, he does it for comedy? Alright, see, when he does the fake Asian accent, oh, it's funny, it's cool, it's just because he's Asian. But when I do it, I get kicked out of the fucking grocery store for yelling at yelling at someone who couldn't speak English. And they say, they're not even Asian, they're just speaking, you're speaking Spanish, dude. I was like, how was I supposed to know? It's like, fuck, they sound completely different. I didn't know. I thought if I just said it really loud with an accent, they'd understand me. I get told, sir, you're scaring the children. Please leave the premises. But if he does it, oh, it's fine. Oh, okay.
Niece and nephew, it's Uncle Roger. Today, Uncle Roger gonna
I really want to do the accent though when I hear him do it.
So many niece and nephew out there. It's Jamie Oliver making egg fried rice. Jamie Oliver.
Wait, who? What does Jamie Oliver do? I know that name. I know that name. Who is Jamie Oliver in? I know that name.
Is professional chef, very established.
Oh, professional.
Everybody know him. So Uncle Roger think this one is gonna be good. I've been to many of his restaurants. Before we start video, niece and nephew, please smack the like button now like you slap a bag of rice. Don't make Uncle Roger sad. Smack like button. Now let's start the video.
Egg fried rice. It's an absolute classic.
It is.
And I've got a
2 seconds into video and I already see saucepan. Hiya. Where your wok? Jamie. Where your wok? Egg fried rice need to use wok because you need the wok, hey. Many people asking Uncle Roger, what is wok, hey? It is the breath of wok. When you cook with wok, the wok gives the food flavor. Get the wok, hey. No such thing as saucepan, hey. Jamie, you have 25 cookbook, but you can't afford one wok. Uncle Roger.
I completely agree with that. I completely agree. I don't own a wok because I wouldn't use it nearly enough. So I don't own one. So, Uncle Roger, I'm sorry I don't use a wok. I don't have wok needs, So I don't have it. I'm sorry. He would hate me. He would absolutely hate me. But a celebrity chef? Yeah, that's it. It's because he's white, isn't it? It's just because he's white.
Send you one wok for free, Jamie. No problem.
I absolutely love making this recipe. Yes,
I do love scallions.
Side dish, no trouble at all. But actually, it's heading towards being a really beautiful dinner. So,
wait.
Yes, you could do this as a side dish.
Jamie says egg fried rice is side dish. When Uncle Roger growing up, when my mom make me egg fried rice, that is the main dish.
What? But it can be a side.
Oh, Mom, this egg fried rice is only side dish. Where the main dish? Where the main dish? I would have been beaten to death.
So finally slice this up, and as this pan gets nice and hot, I'm going to go in with 1 tablespoon of olive oil and...
What? 1 tablespoon of what?
I'm going to go in with
olive
1
oil?
tablespoon of olive oil.
Olive oil for egg fried rice? Who use olive oil for egg fried rice?
I use olive oil for everything.
Making salad. Olive oil is like white people oil, not suitable for Asian dishes like egg fried rice.
And I'm going to go straight in with the onions.
Although butter is better in my opinion.
Straight away.
Oh,
no.
Wait, he didn't separate the whites from the greens. Excuse me. No. No, he just put the whole thing in there. You're supposed to separate the whites from the greens, and you put the whites in, and then you cook those, but the greens you either add very late, or you add them purely as garnish. He just put the whole thing into there. What the heck?
No. Spring onion is garnish. It's garnish.
Told you.
You put spring onion as the last thing in your meal.
Told you.
Not the first thing in the
called
frying
it.
pan. Hiya.
We'll get them sizzling straight away.
God,
You don't sizzle spring onion. Nobody sizzles spring onion. If you cook spring onion now, it will wilt. It wilt. This should be garlic. First step should be garlic.
Yep, garlic or salt, pepper, other types of herbs that you may like inside of it. You know, you never can go wrong with a little bit of salt after you put in a little bit of oil or butter into the pan. That's just an advice right there. Very good, but he's absolutely correct that this is ruining the spring onion. Okay? One, even if you are going to do the whites, because in my opinion, the whites you do a little bit, but you add it maybe mid-step. Okay? Maybe mid-step or in a separate pan for like a minute. And then you take it out and then you put it into the rest of the stuff towards the end. Something like that.
First 3 step all wrong already. I thought you professional chef, you have website and everything. Uncle Roger don't even have website, and Uncle Roger know you fucked up.
Yep. And then I've got some packet pre-cooked rice. Yes, you can cook your own.
Why are you doing pre-cooked?
Packet. This guy owns so many restaurants, and he still can't be bothered to make his own rice. Packet rice. Imagine if you go to Japanese restaurant and you ask for noodle, and the chef gives you instant noodle. That is what this guy is doing.
And rice, white rice, 12 minutes. But for stir-fried rice, you have to drain it and chill it.
Wait, what do you mean drain it? What do you mean drain it? Okay, as far as I'm aware, every single time that you are making rice, you're supposed to measure the water to, depending on the type of rice, obviously, if it's like a cup or a cup and a half per cup of rice, depending on the rice. I don't remember it off the top of my head. But then you're supposed to make it to where the water is fully evaporated by the time that you were supposed to have the rice ready. You don't be like, oh, I'm going to drain it. No, that you did it wrong if you're draining the water. What the frick? What the heck?
You have to chill it. He correct, but don't drain rice. Uncle Roger made a whole video, 12 million view now.
I agree.
Are draining rice. Don't drain rice, but chill rice, correct. 45 seconds in, first thing he got correct.
So for me, that feels like a good cheat. You can hear it sizzling.
You hear sizzling, I hear my ancestors crying.
It's fast, it's hot, it's furious. We're just gonna toss it around. Right, the next.
Oh, Uncle Roger don't like the look of this.
What's wrong with it?
Ingredient from this drawer, and this drawer looks so white because Asian ingredient never come in jar. You ever notice that? Asian ingredient always come in plastic bag or bad packaging.
Okay.
If your packaging look this nice jar, nice bag over there, then it's not Asian ingredient.
Next ingredient. I have this in my home all the time now, chili jam. It's
what I tell you.
What the heck?
It's not Asian ingredient. What he doing with chili jam?
What is chili jam?
Brilliant for cooking. It's got heat, but it's also got the sweetness, and it's going to kind of glaze.
Oh, no. Putting jam in rice.
Okay, look, just because you're a famous chef doesn't mean you need to be like, I need to make this completely different. I need to add a little pizzazz to this. No, just freaking make some regular fried rice, okay? There are tons of variations. This is an abomination, okay? This is absolutely abhorrent, okay? Cooking's not hard, people. It's not hard, okay? One of the first rules is you never use, because I've seen people do this, and I've seen their pans, and they're ruined, is they use metal spoons or metal utensils on a metal frickin' pan. No, you use wood, okay? Also, you use a wood cutting board. You don't use plastic, because if you're going to use a plastic cutting board, guess what you're adding to your food? That's right, plastic, okay? You'd rather have wood in your digestive tract than plastic. So if you're going to use a cutting board, you get a wooden one. And if you're going to stir inside of a metal pot and pan, you use a wooden spoon or a wooden thing, okay? I have another thing that looks like a shoehorn, but it's for cooking. It's not for shoes.
This is disgusting. Who put jam? First of all, what is chili jam? Uncle Roger, no fresh chili oil.
Is metal
chili
spoons really
flake.
okay in a wok?
Never heard of chili jam.
Again,
This
I've never
how you
used a
trick
wok
white
because I just
people to eating
I'm
chili.
white.
You give them fresh chili, they go.
No, I don't actually like chili.
Give them chili jam, and they go.
Oh.
Chili jam is so weird thing to use. Jamie, do you know about sriracha? This is Asian chili.
Sriracha.
Just use this. No need to use jam. What are you gonna put in there next? Peanut butter. Okay, why do you go make PB&J egg fried rice? How many things?
Where's the soy sauce? Okay, obviously you don't add the soy sauce just yet, but you add a little bit of soy sauce. Also, what are people's opinion? I don't know if this is gonna be a weird one. Wait, for fried rice? No, it wouldn't. You wouldn't do this for fried rice. Never mind. Okay, for fried rice, where he's gonna add egg and everything to it, but for regular like white rice, what are people's opinions on pineapple? Because I love a good bit of pineapple and chicken with white rice. It's really good. It's really, really good. Okay? I think it's a pretty common thing, but I wouldn't do that in fried rice. But white rice, love it. A little bit of soy sauce with it. You can't go wrong. Soy sauce is one of my favorite condiments, okay?
Can the chef get wrong in one video? Hiya!
2 nice teaspoons go in to our pan and then just start tossing again.
He tossed very po, but he tossed all the wrong stuff. All style, no substance.
That'll start to coat every single rice grain and it'll shine.
Why is this in vertical mode?
Way. And then just give it a little splash of water.
What?
Wait, what? What?
Why?
No. In the middle of cooking, you put water. Oh my. Uncle Roger say, if your rice too wet, you fucked up.
Yeah.
But if your rice too dry, you also fucked up.
At this stage, just push the rice up the side of the pan, like that. And then straight into the middle, we're gonna crack in 2 beautiful free-range eggs.
Okay. Okay, the egg look good, look good.
I don't say anything.
Time for the last ingredient, which again, to a lot of people...
He reaching for that shelf again. So Uncle Roger don't think it's gonna end well. Uncle Roger just don't like that shelf. I think it's wrong shelf for egg fried rice. Maybe during filming, they put the wrong shelf there. And Jamie's like, oh shit, you bought the wrong shelf. What I do now? And the filming people are like, we don't care. Just use whatever in the shelf.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Jiggly. What is this? What is that? What is that box? I don't like things that come in boxes. I don't like things that come in boxes like this.
Ingredient. Tofu.
What? Wait, actually, that? Hang on, before I react, hang on. Tofu? That's not bad. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, shoot. Hang on 1 second, hang on 1 second. Hang on 1 second. I think my YouTube stream went down. Hang on. Yeah. They detected a video belonging to somebody else, so they fucking cut it. Yeah, I'm using multi-stream or something. Hang on. Yep, typical YouTube. Yep, so come on over to... They can't even hear me. But come on over to Twitch. Yep, come on over to Twitch. All right, well, I can delete that, and there we go. I'll end stream. Do that. All right.